T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another Kop-ish Kall-in live. It is Friday, and that means it is your night, everyone. As always, guys, we ask when we get behind this mic that you subscribe, comment, and like. Also, guys, when you guys get to call in, you guys will get 3 minutes on the call. Me, Drift, and Matt, when he jumps in, will have 2 minutes each to respond to your call as well. So please do try and keep to the 3 minutes so we can get as many people on as possible and so we can be as fair to everyone as possible. Drift, how you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm all right. I mean, the people saw me a little bit earlier on. I'll go on to everyone who's back again. You know, it's big up that from earlier as well. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'd love to get your take on Ronaldo to Liverpool. But yeah, other than that.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it was trending today after Hobonlo said that he thinks
that's not happening, man.
Oh, no. I don't think it's a thing that happened, but like every news outlet picked it up, and with the whole discussion was, would Cristiano come to Liverpool?
We're the two biggest clubs, and Ronaldo's the biggest name in football. Of course, the news are going to run with it. Bonlahor knew exactly what he's doing. All them talk stupid know exactly what they're doing, man. It's what they do. Like,
it's real.
We know what they do. It doesn't faze me. It's not happening. Cristiano Ronaldo would never play for Liverpool Football Club, especially.
No, he would. I actually think he would. We'd just never want him. He would, bro. He would.
He genuinely wouldn't.
Wow. He'd put them high heels on and he'd go up the pole. He would, bro.
He wouldn't.
Bro, you think the chance of possibly winning Champions League and the Premier League and still continuing to play at the highest level, he wouldn't take that when at the moment he's trying to get himself a club and nobody cares about him. Bro, he would, bro.
He wouldn't.
He would, bro. I'm telling you.
City's different. City. Plus, we'd never pay him the money. He just would never.
Yeah. We would never do it. I know that. We would never want him, but I think
some of these outlets are shameless with it, you know. No, I'm not gonna lie. We got to do better as a football community to call stuff like this out, because I'm gonna be real. If we put out something like that, we'd get absolutely blasted for it. Like, that's a terrible take. Poor. Like, it's actually ridiculous. It's really poor. But hey ho, it's what these companies do, and they're allowed to get away with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So before we get the callers in, let's have a quick chat. I want to ask you a question. This summer, we brought in Carvalho, Ramsey, Nunez. Luis Diaz signed in January. We've lost Mane, Origi, Minamino, Nico Williams. Do you think this is a season of transition and it may be more of a frustrating season than a successful one because of all the new elements and the fact that these are young players now having to step into effectively a world-class team?
Yeah, I do think it's transitional. I do. I'm a
And
little
if,
bit worried that means we'll fall behind. But yeah, I do think.
when all right, so that's my next question. What do you mean by fall behind?
Well, we're level pegging with City at the moment. Or we were, if you look at the end of last season. So falling behind would be anything more than 1 point behind them at the end of the season, which is what we ended last season. So say, for example, we were 7 points behind. We fell behind because it went from being literally a last day of the season to like they'd have won it with 2 games to go, so to speak. So that would be what I would call falling behind.
So let's say, for example, so we finished on what was it, 91 points or was it 92?
I think it
92.
was 91. Was it? Well, either obviously they only had one
Yeah.
more than us.
But say, for example, we finished on 94
Hmm.
and they finished on, I don't know, 98 or 99. Could you not effectively say that we did actually improve on last season? If we would have got 2 more points, but they just went a bit more ham and just got an extra, 6 points?
Yeah. I would probably in that regard, I would probably say we stayed the same, and obviously, thankfully, we didn't fall behind in terms of the points. But unfortunately, City had a better season. So in that case, yeah, I would probably say we stayed the same, because I think anywhere between 90 to 98 points, which is what we've got. Like 90 points normally won you the league, right? For like 89 to 95% of any time the Premier League's been won, it's been 90 or more.
Yeah.
And you've definitely won, like without a shadow of a doubt. And it was like Liverpool and Man City broke that mold of, right, you can get 90 points and not win the league. It was us two that broke that mold. Unfortunately, us being the team who kept on not winning, even though we was in that bracket.
Yeah.
So I think anywhere between 90 to 98 points now would be considered, it's the same as what we've been. Give or take point here and point there. It's all kind of relative in it, because I think it would have been 97, 99, 91 would have been the 3 times we bust the 90 barrier in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'll say anywhere between 90, let's just say 91, because that's what we got then last season. Anywhere between 91 and 98, 99, we're in the same bracket. So I wouldn't call it really falling behind to a degree. You're right. Maybe that it wouldn't be good to say we've gone backwards or we've fallen behind. But if Man City was to say get 92 and we got like 87 or 85 or something like that, then I would be like, yeah, we fell behind, because we didn't even break the 90-point barrier, and they've gone on and they've continued to break the 90-point barrier. So that's when I would probably say, yeah, we've fallen behind, kind of thing.
Cool. So obviously everyone kind of thinks City's going to win the league. I'll be honest, myself included, as things stand, I do think City are favourites.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
That being said, though, have we kind of downplayed City's summer? Laporte's just been injured. They've sold Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling.
So you said Gabriel.
Did I say Gabriel?
You said Gabriel. I was like,
they sold Gabriel Jesus.
He's got an Arsenal. He's Gabriel now, for real.
They've also lost Laporte on. He's saying Laporte will be back in September, but there's no guarantee because it's another knee injury. Alvarez and Haaland are the players that have come in. They still haven't sorted out left back.
Daps thinks they'll have that done soon, though. So
no, that's fair enough. They might do, but as things stand right now, could you not conceivably say that Man City's squad hasn't got stronger?
I don't think their squad has got stronger. I think that's definitely truth. That's definitely the truth. But what I will say is, until proven, maybe not in terms of the individuals, because they do have to prove it. They do have to come to the Premier League and they do have to play in this league, which is a lot harder. But in terms of talent, it's actually arguable that they've improved, because Alvarez and Haaland as a combination are more talented, so to speak, than Jesus and Sterling as a combination.
I don't know. I think Haaland for me is the best out of the 4 players. I think Jesus and Sterling are better than Alvarez right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I mean talent-wise. Not what they've proven. He's nowhere near their level of what they've proven. But in terms of talent-wise, from what I've been hearing about Alvarez, he's like the wonder kid. So I'm just saying, like, if you put them,
every kid's a wonder kid though nowadays. But as things stand right now, he's been playing in the Argentinian league. Like Jesus and Sterling are Prem proven, both Prem proven. Haaland's not Prem proven, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's European proven. But
going off the premise of everybody thinking that Haaland is the best thing since sliced bread, is his greatness over the other two still not superior enough that when you put the combination together, it's still way better?
No, I think the combination of Jesus and Sterling's better, but I think Haaland's a better player. But Alvarez is an unknown entity, and I don't think we can give him that shine yet until he's kind of done something to prove it. I mean, they've not added to. I mean, sorry, Calvin Phillips as well. That is a good signing, in my opinion. So I think they've maintained their level in midfield. I forgot about that. I think they've maintained their level in midfield, but
if he can stay fit,
I mean that goes with most players though. Bernardo Silva to Barcelona. The news on that is hotting up. Now I'll be honest. If you look at their squad is quite small. Barring young players, I think their squad is around 19 senior members. That's quite small.
Yeah,
we sit here and here's a caveat. A lot of their players are very robust, whereas a lot of ours aren't sometimes.
Yeah.
But 19 is very small. They could be 1 or 2 injuries away from having to rely on youth players and unproven players. And in the same way, it could be argued that without Salah, we struggle. Without KDB, I think they could potentially struggle as well. Because for as great as Haaland is, he's not going to create goals himself.
Yeah, I was going to say, now they've changed the way they play. When they had Jesus and Sterling, they're two people who can create goals for other people. Whereas you're right, now they've only really got Mahrez. If they were to lose Bernardo Silva, they'd only have really Mahrez and De Bruyne that would be the creative players.
No, Gundogan as well.
I don't think I'd call Gundogan creative.
Gundogan's creative, bro.
I don't know. I'm not saying he can't set people up and do things. He wouldn't go in the creative bracket for me, though.
He's creative, bro.
Plus, weren't the rumors that Gundogan was leaving as well? What happened?
No, Gundogan's not leaving. Foden's creative.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Foden's creative.
Grealish is creative.
I'm not counting Grealish until he turns
up. We can't do that, Jeff. We can't sit there after one bad season / mediocre season and say he's not creative, he's not sick. Like, we can't do that.
He's still got to prove it to me. All right, so maybe they do have a few more creative players than I realized. Well, then they're all right then. That means if De Bruyne gets injured, they'll be fine then.
No, I'm not saying they won't be fine, but winning the league is something different because De Bruyne is the X factor.
Yeah, but isn't Grealish meant to be an X factor? Isn't Foden meant to be an X factor?
No. In the same way, we've got quality players, but Salah's our X factor. They're quality players, but KDB is their X factor. He's a player that when things are looking a little bit hazy, he says, right, I'm going to grab this game by the scruff of the neck and I'm going to do what I do. In the same way Salah does.
I mean, if Foden, and I'm not even saying he's not, but if he's as good as everybody says he is, shouldn't he technically be a player who does that?
I mean, you could say that about our players if that's the case as well.
I think Mahrez is a game changer. I think people downplay
Mahrez. I'm not saying they're not game changers, but if City are down and out, who's the one player you look to make a difference?
I think Mahrez is one of those guys.
No, but there's one man that stands out.
He stands out, but I still think Mahrez has to be given the respect to say Mahrez is on that level. I think they can lean on Mahrez to win them games.
No, I'm not disrespecting Mahrez, but I'm like, KDB's the guy, bro. When City don't have a good game in the Champions League final, who's the first player people look towards? KDB.
No, but I think that's because people talk about De Bruyne more.
Because he's that guy. In the same way, when we didn't win the Champions League, who's the first name that people started gunning? Salah.
No, but that was because Salah was running his mouth before
No,
the game.
but even when Salah doesn't run his mouth, the Carabao Cup, FA Cup final, who was the first player people spoke about? Salah. Them two are the X factors.
I mean, I think Mane was an X factor for us as well.
Not like Salah.
No, he was.
He weren't drift.
He was, bro. He was more clutch than Salah, bro. He was definitely an X factor player.
In some
a lot
games,
of people are only going to think about the last 12 months where they remember his form dipped a bit. But if you think about the Mane that we've had for the majority of the time he was at Liverpool, he was 100% an X factor player, 100%, bro.
But not the X factor player. The X factor player is Salah.
I think they were both. I think that's why there were two of them. I think we had two of them. I don't think we just had one. I think we had two.
If everyone in here was to say who's Liverpool's most important attacker, we'd probably say Salah. And that's not disrespecting Mane. It is what it is.
Now, yeah, I mean,
Salah got more goals and more assists.
That's what I was going to say. It was more based on the stats why people would go with that. So I wouldn't argue it, but I think we had two. I think we had two X factor players. I think we had Mane and we had Salah. But that's just me.
Are Man City in trouble this season if they don't add any players to this squad and if they lose Bernardo?
No, I don't think they'll be in trouble.
Why not?
I don't think they'll be in trouble. Because Pep will change the system around and just somehow find a way like he always does. Like, I don't want to give him higher praise than I need to because he's Man City and I don't like him, but he always finds a way, Cal. Like, he always finds a way. That's why they've won 4 out of the last 5 titles. Like, he always finds a way. No matter, like, let's not get it twisted. They went through adversity to some degree, which is why we caught them up. While we had that deficit, and we managed to catch that up, and somehow he still managed to just cling on and get the title. Do you know what I mean? Like, somehow Pep finds a way. So, I mean, they found a way to win the league without De Bruyne a couple of years back. Now, he was injured for a lot of that year, and they still found a way to win the league.
I hear that, and I don't want to downplay what they did that season. Which was that the 17-18 season they pretty much won it without De Bruyne?
It was the year we finished 1 point behind them, wasn't it?
What, 18-19?
I think it was the 97-98 point season. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Oh, okay.
The year we won the Champions League, yeah. They 60% of that season, they didn't have De Bruyne.
They did have Aguero and a couple of them, and Sane. So their squad then was actually stronger, in my opinion, than it is now.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
So
that was a young Mahrez, a young Sterling. They had Sane,
Aguero.
Sane,
yeah,
it was, yeah. Maybe
their squad
that
was
a younger Fernandinho. You're right. Maybe
Company was still there.
Yeah, Company was still there. Yeah, maybe it was. I mean, they didn't have Diaz at that point, though. They didn't have. I don't think they had Cancelo at that point.
So effectively, they kind of had a peak squad in the same way. I think 18-19 was the peak of our squad as well. I know 19-20 we like destroyed.
Yeah, no, you're right. 18-19 was the best football we played. Yeah.
I think it was the peak of most of the players as well. Dare I say it? At the same time,
no, I think the year we won it was probably the peak because we were just so good and we just won the league so easily. But
if you look at individual performances that season in comparison to the season before, though, Alisson I think was better in 18-19. I think
Alisson got injured a lot in the year we won the league, so yeah I agree with that. Yeah.
Trent, kind of debatable between the two. I think 18-19
he was just great both seasons.
Yeah. Same with Robbo as well. To be fair, I think Virgil's 18-19 was better than his 19-20.
Yeah, because that was a year he should have got the Ballon d'Or. Yeah,
I think Matip and Gomez were better 18-19 than they were 19-20.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
Flacco as well. I'd argue. No, Flacco 19-20. I'd go actually.
I'll say Flacco was great in both, to be honest.
Yeah, so I think 18-19 is a season where that everything was in the right place. It's just that we were up against another team who had everything in the right place as well, and they pipped us by a point. What I think though, and even though I still have City as favourites, I do think, and I know I keep on saying it, we look at City as this all-conquering, undefeatable team. And again, I'm not sitting there saying we're going to win the league. I still think we're midfielders short. But Man City is short as well. Now, granted, if they go and get a left back, then yeah, we're talking about a defence and a squad that's very complete again. But I still think if they lose Bernardo Silva, they're losing their second best midfielder.
If they lose Bernardo, that's a game changer. They lose Bernardo, that's a game changer because he's the link pin. And I think without him, all of a sudden it'll be like, oh, hold on a minute.
They have to go and get someone ready-made.
Yeah. They do. Well, remember, João Felix was the one being spoken about, which isn't a bad replacement. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, please go on. No.
And you know, the thing with City is, you know, they don't ramp. Pep will do that. Like, Pep won't do the pussyfooting around. He'll be like, Bernardo's gone. Yep, I want Felix. I don't give a shit. I want him. Like, so, yeah, I don't know.
So then I asked them, if they go and, let's say they lose Bernardo and they go and get someone ready-made.
I'd rather they kept Bernardo.
Does that... Oh, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind them losing Bernardo.
No, but I think João Felix would be better for them than Bernardo because he's younger.
No. Bernardo is like Kante, but with better dribbling.
No. What? No way. No way.
Brother,
I mean, he's got better dribbling, obviously, but he can't do the tackling the way Kante does. And
he's not as good as Kante, but he gets around, bro.
No, he does, but
he wins the ball a lot for them.
Yeah, but not Kante level, bro. Not Kante level. No way, bro. Kante's arguably the greatest ball-winning player to ever play in the Premier League.
No, I hear that. Bernardo,
there's no way Bernardo's on that level, bro.
Brother, Bernardo's a problem, bro.
No, he's good, but like, nah, I wouldn't put him on. I know you rate Bernardo highly, but
I don't like not the player, not the person, the player.
Yeah, I know you don't like him as a person. Yeah.
But you see the same way we say if you put De Bruyne in our team, we win everything. I'm gonna be real. You see Bernardo, if you put him in our team, we win everything.
What is that third midfielder?
Bro, Thiago, Bernardo, and Flacco. We win everything.
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. I don't even want to think about that guy.
No. I don't want him at our club, but we win everything. He's phenomenal. So if we were to,
who would you rather take, Bernardo or De Bruyne?
Oh come on now, De Bruyne is like he's the best creator in the world.
No, but as you're saying, Bernardo would work better in our system, though.
No. I just said if we got Bernardo instead of De Bruyne, we'd still win the league and the Champions League, in my opinion, with Bernardo. In the same way,
I didn't say that, but I'm saying based on that ball retention, the pressing, the ball winning, he would be better in our system than De Bruyne would. Them.
Nah, because De Bruyne is an outlier. You've put De Bruyne in pretty much any system, and he does a madness. He's just an outlier. He's that type of player. He's cut from that cloth.
So, would you rather pay 50 mil for Bernardo or 100 mil for De Bruyne?
100 for De Bruyne, but De Bruyne at Liverpool. Bro, come on now, man.
De Bruyne is 32 nearly, you know.
I don't give a damn how old he is, bro. Like De Bruyne, Trent, and Salah on that right hand side. Thiago, Robbo, Tsimikas, and Diaz on the other side. Brother, what are we doing? Is there any point? Is there any point in them lot turning up to work?
Yeah, I must admit, Flacco, De Bruyne, and Thiago in midfield would be like nobody. It'd be like, don't bother turning up for work, boys.
No point
Just
turning
let
up.
us have the points. Yeah, there'll be no point. There really wouldn't be any point in it.
No point whatsoever. Boy, but we move. We'll see what happens between now and the end of the window. Just in terms of, before we get the callers on, please do smash the like button if you haven't already as well, please, people. Nunez, how are you feeling about him as things stand right now?
Oh, I'm completely fine. As any natural human being, when everybody else around you is being negative, it's very hard to stay positive because you're like, am I missing something here? What's that?
Hold on, no, is it negative or is it pointing out?
No, it's negative. I've never seen scrutiny in pre-season like it.
No, I'm not talking about rival fans. I don't really care about what rival fans say.
No, I'm even talking about our fans, yeah, bro. Like when
why
I'm
is it-
going on Twitter, I'm going on like even that normal out, like the Mirror started talking about it, for example. I'm like,
No, but I
how is
don't care
this
about
spilling over? Like, what is happening?
Liverpool fans. Just Liverpool fans.
I think Liverpool fans are way too worried about Nunez. I honestly, I do. Like, bro, pre-season is never usually this important, but all of a sudden, everybody's like panicking and getting a bit worried, and it like I can't help. It's a bit infectious. You're like, am I being positive for no reason? Like, what's going on here? And I don't know, man. It's hard for me to remain in my normal frame of mind of how I feel about Nunez because everybody's being so like worried and pessimistic. And
All right, to switch it then, Drift. Have you been impressed by Carvalho, for example?
if I'm being honest with you, nobody really has impressed me in preseason. Like nobody. I don't think I'd watched like all 4 games and gone, you know what? Like he right there, like yeah, he's. I don't think anybody's really impressed me. People have played well. I don't think anybody's impressed me though.
But you can see things from Carvalho that make you go, oh.
More than Nunez because he looks better than Nunez on the ball.
But I think that's the point I'm getting at. No one, I don't think, can be turning around and say like Nunez is rubbish or anything. But surely you can understand the concerns when his first touch isn't there, or his decision making is not quite right, or he's making runs in behind, and instead of taking a touch, he's just crossing the ball kind of needlessly and stuff. That must be. You must look at that and think, oh, is he?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. He might not be Berbatov, but it's a myth he doesn't have a first touch. I think that's people being way too judgmental. Yeah, he's not Bobby. He's not Berbatov. He's not Salah. He ain't got the silkiest first touch. No, but he hasn't got a bad first touch. People had like the balls bouncing off him and going out for a throw-in and stuff. I think people are just being way over the top with Now I get why nobody likes making big money signings. You know, because we're not used to it. We point and we laugh at everybody else. Now I get it. We'd have bought Nunez for 12 million. Nobody would give a shit. But because we pay big money for him, that's why the scrutiny's out. Now I get it. Now I understand why.
I disagree with Minamino got hella scrutiny and he was 7.5 mil.
No, but it took a long time for the scrutiny to kick in for Minamino. It wasn't straight away.
Also, another thing is Virgil, Allison, they got scrutiny for their big money signings, but they come through and prove themselves.
I know, but they're the only 2 big money moves we've made. So, like, we're just not used to doing this. Do you know what I mean? Nah, that wasn't big money. 40 mil's not big money.
45.
I mean, for us it is, but I mean, like, in general, 40 mil's not big money. Not in the world of football, anyway.
Fair dues.
And I remember people were skeptical of people still brush Jota now, bro. If you think about it, people still not brushing, but they're still got negatives. I'm like, this guy's banged 20 goals 2 seasons in a row.
Again, I don't think it's negatives. I think we're just pointing out flaws in his game. I don't think that's a negative, Drew.
But doesn't everybody have flaws, Cal?
Yeah, and we're pointing them all out in the same way we do with Salah. We say certain things about Salah's game. We're like, he should improve on that. It's not being negative.
I don't know. Back to the Nunez thing, that I think everybody's panicking for no reason.
Fair dues.
I genuinely do, bro. Like I know you and Matt were skeptical about Nunez in the first place, which is making it harder for you to not feel the negativity because you were kind of already a bit.
I am still skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I pray to God it works out, but I am very skeptical.
But as long as let me be honest with you, bro. I'm more skeptical about the team and Klopp being able to adapt to new tactics than I am if you feed Nunez, he will score goals. And that's genuinely how I feel about it. I'm more worried, and we spoke about this yesterday, it doesn't look like the team are quite getting the hang of these new tactics. And that worries me a lot more than it does. And I mean, it's completely normal as well, isn't it, bro? Like, they've been playing the system for 4 or 5 years. Of course, getting them to change is going to be difficult. Do you know what I mean? That goes without saying. There's nothing even wrong with that. That's not even a bad thing. But I'm more worried about that than I am if you put Nunez in front of goal and you feed him, he will score goals. He will score goals. He's a gunman.
Fair dues. Well, Jeff, can I just ask you to read the super chats? Give me 1 minute.
Yeah. Cool. Before we bring in everybody, Ilyas, big up yourself. He's put through a super sticker. Appreciate that, my bro. And he's also saying, when can you join? the football fantasy league. Guys, on Monday, we'll have that all sorted for you, and we'll have the code ready. So don't worry, we're looking forward to it. And yeah, it should be a good one. Shout out to last year's winner as well. Ash, big up yourself, bro. Kopish tweeted, "We have made a move for Anthony. Not sure where he's getting his info." Yeah, I saw something about that, but I heard that apparently Ajax have actually realised his worth, and was it 70 million they want for him? Liverpool aren't going to pay that. There's not a chance in hell we're going to pay that. But you lot know how I feel about Anthony already. That's my guy. So I really, really hope. The only way I can even see an element of truth to it is if there's more truth than we realise to Bobby is going to go to Juve. I think that's the only way we buy another forward. Genie Houdini, big up yourself, bro. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do our owners truly care about winning? Seems they do just enough to give us false hope against a juggernaut like City. I would say 5 out of 10 is how much FSG care about winning. And Akash, big up yourself. Pray City keep Bernardo, else Jude is going to City. That's a point. Now, if they do lose him, as you said, Cal, they're definitely going to go ham on whoever they bring in to replace him. So it's going to be another big boy in the world.
I don't think Bellingham gets sold this summer regardless.
No, but even so, even if it's next year, it means that we might not be able to get him because City will go for him.
Again, I know I'm going to get accused of being negative. But I don't think we're getting Jude anyway.
Fair enough.
For me, it's kind of the same as that Mbappe stuff and other players that we get linked with because we're a big club and everyone knows that it's a player that would suit us well. But ultimately, we're not going to get Jude. Real Madrid are going to be in for him. The way Barca are moving, Barca will be in for him. Man City be in for him. If Man United get top 4, they'll be in for him. Like, we can't match those teams wages wise for a start. We'd have a lot of stuff would have to go in our favor for us to entice Jude to come to us. Plus, who's to say if it goes to a bidding war, we're not even going to entertain a bidding war.
Yeah, we won't get involved in the bidding war. That's the thing. So
the only way we get Jude, if Jude equivocally says to Borussia Dortmund, the only place I'm going to is Liverpool. And I don't think he will do that to himself right now.
Yeah. Although I do believe out of all the English clubs, we're the club he wants to play for the most. So
maybe. But
yeah. Let's get this last one before we move. Big up yourself again, Ash. I'm 100% with Drifty. So many negative attitudes. Just enjoy the games. Darwin is fine. People need to enjoy the moment and appreciate this team. Yeah, I do. I definitely think people are being a bit unnecessarily negative about the whole Darwin situation. Personally, I do. But
cool. All right, people. We are going to get you guys coming in now.
Try and sort this situation out with this stopwatch, bro. Give me 1 sec.
So, as I said before, guys, we're going to give you guys 3 minutes to come on and say what you've got to say, and then me and Drift will get 2 minutes to respond if a response is necessary. So, we are going to bring in the first caller of the evening. Cows Neto Army, welcome to the show, bro.
How you man do, man? Cows Neto Army to the world. I'm back, man. You know what I'm trying to say. We're moving big out here, man. You know what I'm trying to say. Jay-Z saying. No,
what's good, bro?
But what are you saying? Nah, I'm good, man. First and foremost, I just wanted to quickly ask Drifty a question. Just a quick fire question, and I want a quick fire answer from him. Drifty, do you think Klopp needs to stop his loyalty to certain players?
I need context.
There's no context. It's just a yes or a no, bro. Do you think Klopp needs to stop?
Because sometimes loyalty is a necessity and sometimes it's a hindrance. So I do need like if somebody's completely out of form and he's still playing them, it's a hindrance. Then I believe no, he needs to stop the loyalty.
No, I mean, with improving the squad, with players like certain players like Naby and the Jones and the Milners and the players that we don't think are good enough. Do you think Klopp needs to stop? Do you think Klopp needs to change his loyalty to certain players so that we can bring in other players?
I don't think he needs to change his loyalty, but I think he needs to understand you can love a player and bench him.
Oh, shit. Because if you had said yes, I swear to God, I had something on you. I had something on you.
Yeah. But it's real though. You know, like that whole thing where
I get
you can love somebody, but you can tell them what they're doing wrong. I believe that Klopp shouldn't get rid of his loyalty to players, but he should understand. You know what? I can love you and bench you. Do you know what I mean? Like I think he needs to learn how to do that. I do, yeah.
Now I agree with you, man. What's it called? This past few weeks I've been working, man, very, very hard on that. So I haven't been able to watch most of his streams, but I've been watching a little bit for the past few days, and I can't lie, Drifty. I don't know why you said it. I don't know how you said it, but you may have said one of the biggest howlers I've ever heard in a football. How could you listen, bro? Listen, I'm saying this because you're a true friend of mine, and I respect you as a man highly. How on earth can you sit on the stream and sit there and say James Milner's a top class player? That's a genuine question. How can you say James Milner's top class? I can't fathom how you can say James Milner's top class, bro.
James Milner is in the top 100 best players to play in the Premier League.
No, but we're talking about now, Drift. You can't call him top class anymore.
Yeah, no, all right. Obviously, he's way past his peak and all that, but like you can't. I think it's very disingenuous to just dismiss somebody because they're old, because that just means that they shouldn't play every week. But they're still not it's not a liability. James Milner is nowhere near a liability.
He's a liability, man. He's a liability.
No way, bro.
James Milner, when he comes on that pitch, 2 minutes in, he gets a yellow card. That's a liability, bro.
Nah, James Milner's not a liability, bro.
Bro, listen, we'll disagree on that, but he's a liability, man. I will fight to the death on everything. James Milner's our worst midfielder, and I'm even including Curtis Jones in that. He's our worst midfielder. But we move on past that. I just wanted to quickly say, I feel like Liverpool Football Club are being disrespected by a lot of rival fans. Is being disrespected, this and that. I've seen too many tweets about certain teams coming out and saying Liverpool are in a top 4 race. Oh, Mane left. Listen, Drifty, you're not going to like to hear this about Sadio Mane, but I'm just going to say it. Sadio Mane has left Liverpool Football Club. Why are Liverpool fans still sitting there defending Mane over Darwin Nunez? Listen, I don't even rate Darwin Nunez that highly, but Darwin Nunez is a Liverpool footballer. Is defending Mane going to get us a quadruple? No, it's not. Is defending Mane going to win us a Premier League? No, it's not. Is defending Mane going to win us a Champions League? No, it's not. Like, just stop it. If anybody wants to slander Mane, no disrespect, slander him because he's a Bayern Munich player. I'm sitting here and I care about Liverpool winning. So when people are coming out here saying Man City, they can get rid of Zinchenko, get rid of Jesus, get rid of any player they want, and they can still win the league title. I'm saying, well, hold on a minute. Did they win the league by dominance? They didn't blow us out of the water. They beat us by 1 point. Now, obviously, they won the Premier League, and you have to give them respect. And that's why I think Pep Guardiola is a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. I think he's better in nearly every. Cal, come on, let's stop this. You can't debate him, man. 4 league titles to 1. He's dominated him, Cal. You can't even have that face, man. The guy he's made the Premier League his side thing. Let's be real. He's made the Premier League his side thing.
Without context, yes. With context, no, he hasn't.
He has, bro. He has. I hate him. I don't like the guy as well. It hurts. It's painful for me to say it. But Pep Guardiola, they're not even allowed to be in the same sentence, man. They're not even allowed to be in the same sentence. Pep Guardiola. I'm saying this right now. I don't care what any Liverpool fans in this chat say. I would right now in a heartbeat. I would take Pep Guardiola over Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a.
No. I got to jump in there. No. I got to jump.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It's a shame. It's a shame the 3 minutes of it, and then bruv, that is the wildest take I've ever heard.
No, I would do it, man. I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I want winners. I don't want a manager who's too loyal. Listen, and this is I'm Klopp in. Klopp is the second best manager in the world. Let's be real. It's not disrespectful, but Klopp is not on Pep's level. He isn't. We can't just sit here and say just because one manager's won a Champions League and one manager hasn't. Come on, man. Pep Guardiola wins. I want a winner. I want a person who lives, breathes, and eats winning. He wins Premier Leagues. He goes to sleep. He wakes up. He gets rid of his players, and he gets rid of no players, and he wins a Premier League again. That's the type of player I want. I don't want I'm just this is just comparing me. Pep
Is
Guardiola.
Tuchel as good as Klopp then?
No, he isn't.
But Tuchel's won a Champions League at Chelsea and Klopp's won a Champions League at Liverpool. They've only won one Champions League each of their respective clubs at the moment.
He hasn't won a Premier League. He hasn't won a Premier League. He hasn't won a league title.
He's only been there for one full season though.
He hasn't won a league title in a competitive league.
But he's won the Champions League with, let's be honest, a team that weren't considered to be one of the favourites.
Di Matteo's won a Champions League, Cal. Let's not do this.
My point exactly. They've won Champions Leagues. They must be on the same level as Klopp then, because Klopp only won one Champions League at Liverpool.
Klopp has won 3 league titles. He won 2 league titles.
How many Champions Leagues does Klopp won?
He's won 1 Champions League.
So, by your logic, Roberto Di Matteo, Thomas Tuchel are on his level.
I respect what you're doing. I respect it. I have to respect it,
but that's what I'm saying. Without context, what I'm saying is true. But when you add context, you and I both know what I'm saying is absolute nonsense. Hence why I'm going to ask you, when Pep came to Manchester City and when Klopp came to Liverpool, who had the better team, better squad, and better resources?
Okay, let me stop you there first.
No, I just need a question. I just need an answer. Which out of the two?
Okay, if you want me to be serious, it was Liverpool. No, Man City. Man City
Whoa.
had the better team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who has spent way more money out of the two?
Is spending based on is it the owners or is it the manager that's his preference is to spend money? Because we're saying it right now.
Whoa. Are you telling me Pep doesn't like spending money?
No, that's what I mean. Pep likes spending money, i.e. that's why he gets as much money. If Jurgen Klopp wanted to spend as much money or want to spend money, i.e. this summer, Cal, even you have come out and stated that this summer, if we don't get a central midfielder, that's on Jurgen Klopp because he's the person. So we can't sit here and blame the ownership and.
I never blame the owners, but I'm going to ask you: can Jurgen Klopp spend 300 million in one summer without having to sell or generate any money?
If he wanted to,
he couldn't. Man City, PSG are the only clubs in world football that could do that. Maybe Man United. And we're not going to go into the reasons why Man City, and we're not going to go into the reasons why PSG can do that. But tell me I'm lying when I'm saying Klopp could never go into a summer and say, right, I'm getting rid of Trent, Robbo, Tsimikas, and I'm going to bring in 3 new fullbacks, all over £50 million. Plus a goalkeeper at 30 odd million, plus centre backs.
Mm-hmm.
He could never come into Liverpool, say, right, I'm getting rid of Joe Hart, bringing in Bravo, and then a season later replacing with someone more expensive.
But we're gonna still say the same thing about Pep Guardiola spending money because in the last 3 years hasn't Jurgen Klopp outspent him in the last 3 years?
No, bro. When? How?
In the last 3 years, count the signings that he's made in the 2018-19 season. In the 2018-19 season, if we're gonna go based on it, how much money did Pep Guardiola spend? He's bought one player, Riyad Mahrez, for 60 million. What did Liverpool buy?
Mahrez, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Angelino?
That was 1920. Angelino was coming off loan in 1920. In the 18-19 season, when he won the Premier League title, he only bought Riyad Mahrez. That was the only signing he made. How many signings
did he make the season before?
Okay, the season before, I'll give you that. It was 200 million that he spent.
300, bro.
200.
Brother, it was 300.
Bernardo Silva.
Like the film.
Carl Walker. Man. Listen.
Yeah, look, we gotta get the next person on.
Listen. I need to just say this. Listen, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp are so clear of any other manager. It's an absolute joke. So when I'm saying this from Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, you need to understand I'm talking about elite of the elites. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to stay from. For me, Pep Guardiola is clear and obvious the better manager. He's the better. Not. I think man management. I'll give it to Jurgen Klopp, but ruthlessness. What's it called? Desire to win trophies, hunger to win trophies, competitiveness. All of that is Pep Guardiola, and that's why I want him as. That's why
how many trophies did Pep win last season?
He won the more important trophy. I'll give you that.
No, I didn't ask that. How many did he win?
He won the most important one.
How many did he win?
Come on, Cal. He won the most important one.
How many did he win?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna answer the question, but then I'm gonna hit you with a question after, and I'm gonna leave. He won two trophies. He won one trophy, and Jurgen Klopp won 2 trophies. But let me ask you a question now, Carl. Would you swap the 2 trophies that we won for the trophy that he won?
Honestly, my answer would change on the day to. No, I'm being genuine. No, I'm answering you honestly. My answer would change from day to day. I'm being real with you. I'm being real.
You can't be telling the truth.
There, no, I swear to God, I'm telling the truth. No, hear me out though. Hear me out.
You can't be telling.
We can't.
Wait. Let me land. We're sitting there saying that Pep's got a desire to win trophies and stuff. When did Pep get knocked out in the League Cup?
On penalties, but yeah.
I don't care what it was on. When did he get knocked out?
4th round.
All right. When did he get knocked out of the FA Cup?
Semi-final.
By who? All right then.
The
Premier League, they won by 1 point. What happened in the Champions? When did they get knocked out of the Champions League?
Semi-finals.
Okay. And where did we come? To the what? To the where? To the
we finished
final,
second.
right?
Did we get a trophy for us?
No, I'm not saying we get a trophy, but we can't sit here and say that Pep's got this desire to win trophies when we went as far or further in every single competition that they did. With less of a budget than they have, with less cheating than they do. So what are we doing here? Because Pep Guardiola and Man City right now are a fighter on steroids. Take the steroids away, can you still last 5 rounds?
So what you're saying is that
Klopp's doing this without any steroids.
So what you're saying is they're John Jones and we're Daniel Cormier.
That's what you said, not me.
I'd rather be John Jones than Daniel Cormier.
How much did Grealish cost?
Guys, we'll have to pick this.
I'm gunning him a big up. We'll do this next week. We'll do this next week. I respect the callers.
We'll pick this up again because we can.
Big up, Carl. Big up, Drift.
Big up.
No, big up, bro. Big up. I must admit, though, one thing I'll say, me and Netawami don't really agree on many things. I do think he's got a greater desire to win than Klopp.
No, he's just in a better position, bro.
No, I genuinely do, bro. You know, obviously, Klopp's my guy and I love Klopp. But I think Klopp goes home and kind of relaxes a bit. I'm not saying he doesn't live football. Of course he does. But I think he does go home and relax a bit. I think Pep goes home and he's still thinking about it till he gets back to work the next day. I think Pep does have a different level of desire to win. That's why Pep burns himself out quicker. Because I think he has
burn himself out, bro. He didn't burn himself at Bayern. Where's he burn himself out?
Well, he burnt himself out of Barcelona.
No, he didn't, bro. He just chose to go to Bayern Munich.
No, he did. He burnt himself out of Barcelona.
How can you burn yourself out of Barcelona when you got flipping Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Messi, and all these man, bro?
Because it's the personal drive to just win. Bob, I was just looking at it, yeah. And again, I know context has to be played in it. Don't get me wrong. Of course it does. In his career, Klopp has won 12 major trophies. And of course, context needs to be added because he's never been at the best club that's in the league. He's never had the finances of any of the other clubs in the league. So that's a sensational achievement to win 12 major trophies. And that's not counting how many times he's reached the final as well, which is an unbelievable amount of time. But on the flip side, though, bro, Pep has won 33 major trophies in roughly the same time. That is mad, bro. If you actually think about it, Cal, that is... And again, we've got to add context. He's been at the best clubs in the leagues and stuff like that. I get it. But 33 major trophies, bro, in the same time Klopp's won 12. That's mad if you deep it, bro.
Okay, congrats.
I'm just saying, bro. There's definitely context to be added.
Congrats. That's phenomenal. Bro. But let me ask you a question, Drift. If Jurgen Klopp was able to go to Manchester City every season and take their best players, what do you think would happen?
He'd probably win a lot more.
Okay, cool. So I'll leave that there. Get the next.
No, but remember I said context has to be added.
So why don't we add context? So why is context never added?
Because sometimes...
all right, Drift. I'm going to throw this at you. Liverpool in this summer, we've just gone and took De Bruyne from them, yeah? Next summer, we're going to go and take Haaland.
No, but they've never done that to us.
No, I'm not saying they have, but I'm talking about Bayern Munich.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think happens to the Premier League, and what do you think happens between the Man City and Liverpool rivalry?
Yeah, no, I hear that. I get what you're saying.
I'm going to ask you, Could Pep have done with Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund what Klopp's done?
I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think it's too disingenuous to just say no.
Okay, could Klopp have done what Pep's done with Manchester City's resources and Bayern Munich's?
More likely than not, yes.
All right, cool. So I'll leave it there then.
Yeah, and again, like I said, but what I'm saying is, even though context has to be added, reality also has to be added. Do you get what I mean? And like, I just looked, Alex Ferguson won 38 major trophies in his entire career that spanned like 40 years or whatever it was.
And do you remember the first 7 years of
Alex
Alex
already
Ferguson?
won 33, Cal.
Do you remember the first 7 years of Alex Ferguson's reign? Man, you weren't playing in Europe because Europe, English clubs are banned in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, he had to build a team. Name me a team that
Pep had to build a team at City. He did have to build a team.
Oh, drift, brother.
No, he did, bro. He did. He walked into a club that wasn't able to do what he did. And even though he was given all the funds to do it, he did build Man City back up. They had deadwood players like Clichy and Sagna.
What, deadwood players like David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne?
No, of course he had a couple gems.
A couple?
But he did have to change 50% of the squad, which means that he did build the squad.
He wanted to because he had the money to do so.
No, because the players couldn't play how he wanted to play that he had at the club already.
Could the players play how Klopp wanted them to play when he first come?
No, Klopp built Liverpool as well. Of course he did.
But how did he do it?
Smartly, because
by
ain't
building.
Got money. Well, so hold on a minute. So I know you do have like a discontent for Pep, and I'm not trying to back Pep over Klopp or anything,
I don't get.
Do you truly believe that Pep isn't like to be given credit for what he's done, regardless of the resources he's got?
No, he deserves credit for continuing to win with a team that was winning and successful. But
you do know that they've had money for years, Kyle. They've only won the league twice before Pep.
Because they were building, bro.
Nah, bro, they've been built for time. Come on, Mancini won the league back in 2010 or 11. When did
2012, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, whenever it was, bro. Since then, they have been a fully established team, and they only won it one more time since then.
They won it in 2014. When did Pep come to City?
It would have been 2017, would it have been?
No, I think it was the end of the 15-16 season. So I think he started there in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. One more early. Well, yeah.
No,
okay,
hold on. Yes, 15-16.
He's been there 6 years.
No, he started beginning of the 16-17.
He's been there half a season less than Klopp, right? Basically.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Man City won this league. The last time they won it was 2014. So he joined 2 years after they won the league.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, from the moment they become an established team at around 2010 till he joined is 6 years.
They weren't established till they won the league that season when they
No, they were before that. They were, but think about it. Man City have been established for a little while. Mancini might have been the one who got them over the line, but they were a big boy team in the game since about 2010.
They weren't even in the Champions League, bro.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, bro, they were still finishing in the top four.
Brother, Tottenham pipped them to the Champions League. They weren't in the Champions League when they won the Premier League.
Are you sure?
I'm positive they were not playing Champions League football. They were playing Europa.
I'm sure Mancini was in the Champions League.
Bro, they were playing Europa League. They were not playing Champions League football. They were not an established team.
I'm sure Mancini played Champions League football with City.
No, he didn't. Not until he won the league with them. They were Europa, bro.
Hold on a minute. So they finished. So they went from 5th to 1st. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Peter Crouch scored the winning goal at the Etihad in one of the last games of the season when Tottenham finished 4th and Man City finished 5th. And then they went from 5th to winning the championship.
I mean, obviously it was 12 years ago. Your memory's better than mine, but I would still say from around about 2010, they've had this money, they've had the players, and they were considered a top team.
So they've been structured and they've been given their foundation before then, right?
Yeah, of course they had a foundation. Right. Yeah.
So he took a successful team and made them more successful.
Yeah, but he took them to a level way beyond anything they could have even dreamed of, though.
Have they?
Bruv, he won 4 out of 5 titles.
And no Champions League drift.
Yeah, but bro, come on, man. The bread and butter's the Prem, bro.
Again, I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to downplay what Pep's done. But what's he done that another manager hasn't done for Man City previous to him?
Well, won back-to-back titles for a start.
Fair enough. Mancini won the league, and what is it? I think he won the FA Cup with City. Pellegrini won the league and the League Cup.
Pep won a domestic treble. That's never even been, not even Ferguson did that.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. But what has he brought in to do, bro?
Win. I think it's very
League.
disingenuous to say he was brought to win the Champions. He was
just
just brought in to just win, bruv. Just win.
No, he weren't. He was brought in to win the Champions League. They could have got any manager to come and continue winning Prems, bro.
No. I disagree with that.
Could Poch won the Premier League with Tottenham? Sorry, with Man City. Sorry, could Poch have won it?
I don't know, bruv. I genuinely don't know. No, bruv. Honestly, I don't know, bruv. I don't know, bruv. Real talk. I think there's only 2 managers I could put my money on would win the league with City: Conte and Klopp. Everyone else, I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know, bro.
I'm gonna stop speaking on Pep because it winds me up how every other manager there's context added, but when it comes to Pep, there's none. It makes no sense.
We're adding context, Cal. We're adding context.
Pellegrini won it with that Man City team, a lesser Man City team, and we're debating whether Poch could.
No, but bro, here's the difference, and then we will move on. I think when they won the league back then, it was a lot more down to individual brilliance. Pellegrini doesn't win the league unless he's got the beast of Yaya Toure that just takes the game by the scruff of the neck and he just
you mean
wins
like De Bruyne last season?
No, even though De Bruyne was obviously brilliant for Pep, Pep has an overall system that wins pretty much regardless who's playing in the system.
De Bruyne got a hat-trick and 4 goals back-to-back.
Yeah, because he's a world-class player. But they can win the league without De Bruyne. I don't think Pellegrini could have won the league without Yaya. Yeah. Now, I'm being honest with you.
Man City last season would won the league without De Bruyne.
I think they still could have, yeah. Because somebody else would have stepped up, bro, because they have in the past. No, Cal, they would. They have in the past, bro.
No, that's like me saying last season. That's like me saying without Salah last season, we would have competed with City. Hell no, bro.
Yeah, no, but we're not as good as them, no.
But a point different.
Yeah, but overall, they play better football than us. Their system works better than ours.
No, they keep the ball better than ours, but you could arguably say we are just as effective, but in a different way.
No, I disagree. As much as I love my team and I'll always back my team, I think Man City just plays such a unique style of football that it's just better than everything else. It just is, bro. Ours is effective. I think that's the best word for you. The way we play is effective. The way they play is just beautiful. Like, it just is, bro. Like, I hate Man City, bro. I hate them. But they just play beautiful football, bro. I don't even think it's an argument that their style of football wins more games than our style of football does. Like, generally speaking.
I think it depends on what you like still.
Yeah.
I think
I don't want to sit here and act like I care about...
entertaining. I think we're more entertaining than City are.
I don't know, man.
Look,
I don't want to keep on acting like I'm back in City because it makes me feel dirty, bro. So.
But you yourself have said that you hate watching City play because it's boring.
Yeah, because they're just so dominant, bro. That's what I'm saying. They just batter the team off the pitch. But if I was a Man City fan, I'd fucking love it, bro. If I was a City fan, bro, you think I'd be bored of watching the way they play if I was a City fan, Cal? I just hate watching it because I want the other team to do something and they can't. I just watch City just batter the team off the pitch and I'm like, fuck's sake, man. But I bet it's not boring when you're a City fan, though, bro. It can't be, bro. It can't be, bro. Let's keep it a real, bro.
I don't know. All right, let's get the next caller in. John Moore, welcome to the show, bro.
What's happening, bro?
We good, John? My week, yeah?
You can have it.
Yeah, I thought so. There we go. How's your week been, brother? What you got for us tonight, bro?
Hope we're first of all, I hope we're all well. Hope we're good.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, we're blessed. Bro, we're blessed.
What's in the cup?
Look, just because I'm telling you guys something that you don't want to hear, it doesn't mean anything. That's why I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to leave it.
Put the drink down because it's starting to affect your mind.
It's cool. It's cool. I should know better than to sit here amongst all of you, man, and back City in any way. But I'm just trying to be honest.
You don't talk to the manager, and now you're down talking our team.
I never down talk Putt. I'm Klopp, sir. Whenever I down talk Klopp. I always back Klopp.
You've more or less turned and said Pep's a better manager than Klopp.
No. I just agreed. I think he's got a bigger desire to win trophies. That's all.
No, he's just got a bigger checkbook. Look at the clubs he's been at: Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Man City.
The thing is, though, all right, let's just go on that premise. Let me pause the time. Let me pause the time and just go on that premise. And this is for everyone, not just John. If we're gonna do that, what we also have to do, though, is then we have to downplay Ancelotti. We have to downplay Rijkaard, Conte. We have to downplay the managers who've all been at the best teams in their league and won. Then, because why do we only ever have that conversation about Pep? Why don't we ever have that conversation about all the other managers who go to the biggest clubs in the league and win with those? We never downplay Ancelotti. Ancelotti, apart from Everton, has always been at like a big club, like when he's won AC Milan, Chelsea, Real Madrid. But we don't downplay him. But he was always at big clubs when he won things. And when he went to Napoli and Everton, he didn't win anything. But nobody will ever downplay Ancelotti. So why do we always downplay Pep? That's the only thing that I get confused with when we talk about the winning at big club thing. But again, I'll start the time again. Go on, bro.
The difference with Ancelotti is went to these clubs, he hasn't won. Pep won to take that risk. Did you ever see Pep going to Arsenal?
I mean, I don't know. Ancelotti is about 15 years further ahead in his career, so I don't know.
Conte went to Tottenham. Could you see Pep going to Tottenham?
Maybe in 10 years' time. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
He's not going to do it. He goes where the money is. He goes where he knows he's going to win. He's a fake manager. Give Klopp that kind of money, and I guarantee we wipe the floor with Man City season in, season out.
Maybe.
Pep could never come to Liverpool and do what Klopp did. No chance. He's got an open checkbook and he still hasn't won the Champions League. How can he say he's better? How can anyone say he's better than Klopp? All that money, he still hasn't won the Champions League. Even Rafa Benitez won the Champions League.
I'm not gonna back the man anymore. I'm not gonna defend his corner anymore. I'm just gonna leave it.
I think you're doing too many videos with Daps these days. I think he's starting to get in your head.
I just like an honest argument, and I think it's a bit too disingenuous to say Pep only wins because he's at big clubs. I do. I just think it's if he was winning these trophies by jamming us, maybe, but
that's where the proof is. He's never went to another club. You can't say he's won at this club or that club. He hasn't done it.
All right, I'll pause the timer again just quickly because obviously I'm talking over you. One thing, obviously not just for you, John, for everyone as well who like doesn't want to kind of like see where I'm coming from, where people who talk about Pep's coming from. It isn't just that he wins. I think you're lying to yourself if anybody doesn't agree with me when I say Pep has the most identifiable. I think identifiable probably is the best word. He's definitely got the most identifiable way of playing football in the world. You can almost watch a team play and know it's a Pep team without knowing Pep's the manager, because he has a way of playing that's just so unique and obvious. His imprint on football is massive.
I disagree, but that's not me. I disagree in the way of I think that downplays his coaching, because Barcelona played extremely different to how Bayern Munich play and play extremely different to how Man City play. Pep is a phenomenal coach. That isn't even up for debate. But I think it's very disingenuous to say Pep plays a certain way, because at all three clubs, he's played 3 different brands of football.
Yeah, but there's always been a common denominator, though.
What? Keeping the ball?
Yeah, possession.
Yeah, but that's most successful teams are like that.
Not really.
But he does it
especially
differently.
not in the modern game.
All right. At Barcelona, I think they were more direct, but not in a term of hoofball. But they would get the ball from back to front a lot quicker than what they do with City. Whereas Bayern Munich used their fullbacks to become extra midfielders, and they overloaded the midfield. All 3 teams have played completely different brands of football, which is why I do have him in the category of being a phenomenal coach. I don't think there is one type of Pep football. I don't think you can just look at a team and be like,
no, but
that's a Pep team anymore.
What you're saying is
different facets.
What you're saying is completely true, Cal. But what he did was he took 70% of what he knows, and the 30% he adapted for the league he was in, which is why he's so sensational. You can't play football in La Liga like you play in Bundesliga. You can't play Premier League football like you play Bundesliga football, La Liga football. But 70% of the core is the same, Cal, and then that 30% was tweaked for the league he was in. That's why he's so good. But I still think the base of his team, you look at and you just know that's a Pep team. You just do. You just watch the way they play and you just know that's a Pep team. Obviously, certain players made it easier than others because they were better, etc., etc. But 70% of the core of a Pep team still stays the same. And then a man's even smart enough to know how to adapt to the league he's in. Remember, everybody said he wasn't going to be able to play in the Premier League the way he likes to play, and he took that percentage, and he changed it, and he adapted it, and it worked in the Premier League.
I think that's only very silly people who didn't think he was going to adapt and do well in the Prem. Let's be honest.
There was a lot, though. There was a lot of people that said, "Oh, Pep's going to flop in the Premier."
A lot of silly people. A lot of silly people said that. A lot of silly people said that.
I'm just saying. I think, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to back him anymore. But
can I ask you one question? Sorry, John, we're eating into your time. Drift, is Sterling a world-class player?
No.
Why not? When his stats show that he is world-class.
Because football's a mixture of everything, and I think if you actually look at him as a player, he's top quality, but he's not world-class.
So why isn't he world-class if he's got the goals, assists, and all that to back it up, and the medals and all that?
Because a lot of it is strategic. He followed instructions well, which is what he's world-class at, following instructions, and he was in the right place at the right time based on listening to what Pep told him to do. I'm very intrigued to see what he'll do at Chelsea under a different manager. I'm very intrigued because he listened to Pep and Pep got the best out of him.
So you'd say him being in the situation he was in, the system and all that, got the best out of him, allowed him to flourish.
Yeah. I definitely think that he listened to what Pep told him to do and it got the best out of him, yeah.
Do you think he would have achieved what he's achieved if he stayed at Liverpool?
No, I think he's probably done more at City than he would have done at Liverpool.
Because he's around better players and all that?
No, I just think the way he plays suited their system more than it suits ours. Okay. I'm not saying he couldn't play for Klopp, but I think he's better suited to Pep than he is Klopp.
Fair dues.
We don't really do that tapping thing at Liverpool, do we? We don't really do that cutback, tapping, possession type football, yeah.
Fair dues.
All right, I'll restart the timer for John. Sorry, John, I know we just ate into your time. Go on, bro.
So, I'm not saying Pep isn't a good manager. That'd be just stupid to say he isn't. Of course he's a good manager. But I think people they're underrating what Klopp has done. And you say that Man City's just a better team than us.
No, they play better football than us.
Right, but that doesn't make them a better team.
Maybe.
I would argue say we actually play the better football.
Do you really believe that, though?
The difference between us and City is that other teams in the league don't get at Man City. When do you ever see a team actually push Man City and challenge them in a game?
Do you want my honesty? I think it's harder to put City under pressure than it is anybody else because of how good they are with the ball.
But Palace has done it. If Palace can do it, then everybody else really can do it.
I mean, I can't argue that, but I guess everybody has their bogey team, I guess.
I mean, Spurs have done it. Spurs are dog shit. So why can Arsenal challenge them? Why can Man U, even though, Man U can't challenge anybody. Why can Chelsea not push them? Why can West Ham not do it?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I generally think we're actually a better team. I just can't wait till the guy fucks off one day. I'm just hoping it's before Klopp leaves.
Oh, man. Well, look, big up as always, John. I know obviously we ate into your time a bit.
Yeah,
so
thanks for being
apologies,
patient there, John.
Yeah.
Guys, respect and Drifty. Just cut down on a wee bit because it's starting to go to your head, I think.
I know it's easier for me to love Pep because he's one of my favourites, but yeah, all right. I'll try.
As always, guys, respect.
I bless you, John, bro.
Yeah, no, big
Always
up,
a
bro. Big
pleasure,
up as
brother.
always, bro. Big up, bro.
Do you know, I genuinely have enjoyed this debate, though. I have enjoyed it.
Yeah. Come on, man. This is what football's all about, man. It's all about it, bro. It's all about it.
Right, next caller. Jamal, welcome to the show, bro. You're on mute, brother.
Jamal, you there, bro?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Yeah,
How you
what's
doing,
going
man?
on, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Are you guys good?
Yeah, man.
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad.
Nice. I just want to know, guys, what are your guys' expectation on us this season? Because I think we're finishing the transfer window. So with the squad as it is right now, where are we gonna do in the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carling Cup? Yeah.
I was hoping someone didn't ask that question.
Are you staying trophyless? Nah. Yeah, and the next thing is, guys, that lever where Barcelona is pulling, that they may need to share that. Because what is going on with Barcelona, man? These guys, I thought they are broke. So you telling me you're gonna get Koundé, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and now maybe Bernardo Silva? That's mad, you know.
Jamal, do you remember when 50 Cent claimed bankruptcy?
Yeah.
Is 50 Cent broke? He's far from broke.
He's far. Yeah, he's not. He's
money.
not.
I get money. I get.
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's mad.
Yeah, they're moving mad. And yeah, the next thing, guys, I found the perfect midfielder for us. He used to play for Leipzig, RB. His name is Keita. I don't know if you guys know him, Naby Keita. No, the reason why I say that is because the reason why I say that, guys, is because I want you guys to do this as well. I know you guys are busy, but when you get free time, type in Naby Keita scout on YouTube and look at that clip. This guy was doing the most, his dribbling, his passing, his ball retention. Scout Nation, I think that's the YouTube site.
Yeah, Scout Nation HD.
Yeah. Check, watch that back, guys, and tell me if that is the Keita we buy. I sure we have an imposter. Bro, watch Naby. Watch Naby, guys, and next week, Friday, come back and ask me. You don't have to watch the whole clip, maybe the first 2 minutes. But, guys, watch that. And then next Friday, when I come back, tell me how Naby looked there. Because I wouldn't lie, that guy, that's not Naby. I don't know what happened to him, man. But, yeah, man, that's what I got to say, guys. So, let's hope Yeah, let's hope it's been a successful season, man. Let's hope we either win the Champions in the Prem, but as it is right now, it's looking kind of tricky still. Can't lie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no, big up as always, bro.
yeah, big up, yeah.
Big up yourself, bro. You know what I will say is, I know obviously you have to be a good player to have good clips. Like, I'm sure if they chopped up 5 minutes of me playing football, it ain't gonna look like I'm some world-class baller. But what I will say though is, bro, Theo Walcott looked like Thierry Henry in those Southampton clips. Do you remember when Arsenal signed him and those Southampton clips, they made him look like he was deserving of that number 14 shirt. So it is hard to gauge sometimes when you look at the...
Can I caveat though, bro? You and Matt saw it live. I watched it on TV. His first game for Liverpool against West Ham. Do you remember what he was doing, bro?
Yeah, he was ripping it.
All right, the second game, if I'm not mistaken, was against Crystal Palace. Andros Townsend lost his hair, had to get a hair replacement for when he sent him to the shop. He scalped him, bro. He scalped him.
So we ruined Naby then?
Nah, shall I tell you, I'll just be honest. I think the injuries have taken away his dynamism, and I think he's never really got that confidence back.
But effectively, it was us that ruined him then, right?
No, I just think it's the circumstances around what happened with him. I don't think he ruined himself. I don't think we ruined him. It just ain't worked out. But this ain't the Naby we signed from RB. You see that brother there?
It's not, bro. It's not.
But there's a reason why Klopp said the two best midfielders in the Bundesliga were Thiago and Naby. Because they were. They had the Bundesliga in a chokehold, bro. And Goretzka, by the way. Goretzka did as well.
I'm gonna caveat what you're saying to continue to back Naby as well, bro. Naby, the year we were leading up to buying him, was on the Jude Bellingham, Sancho, whoever you want to put. Like, he was on that level, bro.
He was better than what Bellingham was doing.
He almost looked untouchable. It looked like a player we couldn't get. You know when you've got that feeling a player is so good, there's no way you're gonna get involved and you're not gonna get him. Naby was on that level.
Mad.
That's a fact that Naby was on that level. Like, I remember that summer when we were linked with Keita and Lamar, and we thought we had more chance of getting Lamar than Keita. That's how highly rated Keita was and how many people around
tried
the world
to steal him.
I know, bruv. I know. This is what I'm saying, bro. It is actually an absolute travesty how Naby Keita's career at Liverpool has gone. It is. Genuinely, it is. It's an absolute travesty, bro. So...
On the Barca stuff, once again, FIFA, UEFA, Barcelona. If you're watching, everything you're doing is by the book. I admire what you guys are doing. It's lovely to see a superpower getting their superpowers back. You're doing everything fair, nothing shady whatsoever. Frankie de Jong is 100% making up the lies about you owing him millions of euros. Barcelona, you keep fighting the good fight. And you keep football honest. FIFA, UEFA, magnificent. That's what I'll say on those guys.
You know, as soon as you said that, I just thought of Infinity War. Magnificent.
Barcelona are Homelander. The Barcelona are Homelander. That's what they are.
Oh, that's mad.
And La Liga is Starlight. So, like... and Chelsea is deep. Chelsea are deep. So it is what it is. Where do you reckon Liverpool finish in the Prem?
Second or third.
I've got second. Champions League?
Quarterfinals.
I've got semi-finals for Champions League. FA Cup?
Possibly win it.
I've got semi-finals again. Carabao Cup?
Quarterfinals.
Carabao, I've got us to win.
Okay. The only trophy I see us winning this year is the FA Cup.
Carabao. That hurts me to say that. Let's get our next caller in.
That is pain.
Big up, guys.
How you doing,
What's going on, bro? Big up.
Yeah. Today we are
we're having a public holiday because of the Muslim calendar. It's the end of the year, so and I'm just so excited that my holiday is extended because I'm heading to Singapore next week, and the one place that I'm excited is to visit the LFC merch store over there.
Oh, sick.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Is that
and,
a new
I'm
store that
getting
opened recently, right?
yeah, the one with the Semi Hipia and Smitzer when they
Yes.
had the preseason tour. So can't wait to go there. And then I'm planning to get the book that Mona Nemer published. I think it was the Taste of Success or something, a recipe for success, the Liverpool way. So I can't wait for that.
You know, but I'll pause your time, sir, because I don't want to eat
Yeah.
into it. But just like I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
especially in Europe, but probably England, especially, I think we probably are completely oblivious to just how hard it is to get hold of Liverpool merchandise in other parts of the world. So, is it like you see, like you said, you're going to the merch store? Is it one of the very few opportunities you get to actually be able to get the merchandise, which is why it's such a special trip? Because like I said, I think we just take it for granted in England that we can just order online because it's like they're delivered to anywhere in the UK, or we could as quickly just take a train up there, or like when you're in certain parts of the world, is it literally, unless you can get to that place, you just can't really get merchandise?
So where I'm at right now, I think the only things that I can get in terms of the Liverpool products is the jersey itself and the shorts. Like the training kit. We have that, but it's more difficult to get. We need someone who has the supply chain to in order to purchase that product. So for me, and as you said, it'll be easier if we go, somewhere that is official, some sort of store that has everything, that caters everything, for sale. So yeah, yeah. I have a few questions.
Go for it, brother.
Football related, yeah. The first question is, do you think that it is by design that the number 9 role for striker, if you look at it, most of them are right-footed than left-footed. So I'd like you guys to you chop that up. More right foot center forwards than left foot. And then another one is, do you think that left-footed players are technically gifted than right-footed players in general? Over the years, the likes of Robben, Bale, even Adriano to some context, and then what happened to his injury. So I'd like you guys to dive into it. And then, this is non-football related. So last weekend, there was a trailer, John Wick 4 and Black Panther, the second one. I just want you guys to know, to let us know how excited you are with the new movies coming up. So the Black Panther is this November, and then John Wick is next year. And John Wick, there's gonna be Scott Adkins and Donnie Yen, the actor from Yip Man. So I'd like us to chop it up. And watch the teaser on YouTube. You'll get excited if you haven't watched it. Yeah. And then another thing, Drift said, Infinity War. Marvel has announced their 2 Avengers film. So if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, it's just about its announcement, but I wonder how excited you guys are with that as well. So yeah, those are my questions for this week. And,
sorry, just to clarify, the second one was to do with talent, right?
Yeah, talent. The left-footed players, yeah.
The left-footed one was strikers.
So yeah, I'm gonna elaborate. So basically, the number 9 role. Why are they more right-footed than left-footed? Because I see that's how I see it.
Okay.
And then on the left-footed players, that's about their technical capabilities and basically why are they more producing more sort of worldy moments, clutch moments, as I say.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
Nice one, bro.
Big
As
up,
always,
bro.
a
We
pleasure,
chop that up
man.
now, bro.
big up,
brother, as always. Big
Yeah.
up, G.
Take care,
Big up,
take
man.
care.
Big up. I'm not gonna lie. I always, every time Tom Izzy jumps on, respect the fact that it's like 3 a.m. where he is, bruv. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love it. That's love.
Shall I tell you
That's
what's
love, right
giving
there.
me a great respect for fans who aren't based in the UK doing the UFC watch-alongs? But I kid you not, Drift. It takes me such a long time to recover from doing those, you know.
Bruv, I'm not gonna lie. I see you do them, and I think Cal is an absolute soldier. Because I know Stevie's waking you up in 2 hours. I'm not joking, bruv. Like,
No,
obviously, because I know you for real.
Yeah.
It's not like other people who don't. I'm like, bro, Stevie's actually gonna wake him up in 2 hours. He's going to get no sleep. Like, it's mad, bruv. It's mad. I don't know how you do it, bruv. I really don't.
But imagine, Drift. I do it once a month, twice a month at a push.
Yeah.
Liverpool fans like Tarmizi are doing it either weekly or twice a week sometimes.
Twice a week, bruv. Yeah, man.
And
We
then
got
going to
Champions
work.
League and the thing. Yeah, bruv.
Bruv, remember going to work, you know?
Yeah. Speak of the devil.
Right. So, yeah, he heard you calling him, so he thinks you
Yeah,
right?
yeah. What's up, Stevie? You alright, little man?
Say to Uncle and then go back. Quickly say hello then.
Hello.
You alright, little man? What's up?
Hello.
You been a good boy?
How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You doing all right?
All right. You go back in there now. You heard his name, was like, is that me?
Yeah. He's the cutest little kid in the world, I swear down.
Right-footed strikers over left-footed strikers. I think it's, correct me here if I'm wrong, Drift. I think it's just, if I'm not mistaken, the world in general, there are more right-handed and more right-footed people than left. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the law of averages, right?
I'm not a scientist in any way, shape, or form, but I do believe that left-handed people are the minority, just generally speaking, from the genetics point of view. Like, I think you're born right-handed, and occasionally it can change, and that's what makes you left-handed. From what I was told at school.
No, it's sometimes the other way around, because up until Stevie was kicking and right with his left hand, but now he's the most right-footed kid I know now.
Oh, but that means he might just be ambidextrous then.
No, he's not, bro.
Oh, okay.
He's the opposite of Robin, literally, bro.
That seems quite rare, because I think usually you are just born with right hand or left hand. Right?
I thought I had Messi on my hands, bro. I thought I had a black Messi.
No, but you know what's mad though, bro? Saying that, I've got a friend who's right-handed, as in like how he writes, but he's left-footed when he plays football.
I know someone like that as well. It's mad. That's mad.
That's mad, bruv. That's mad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's no rule. I don't know, but I think generally speaking, though, there are like 10 times more right-handed people than there are left-handed. From what I know, I'm sure at school I remember once. It was a long time ago, long time ago. Like the scientist kind of. The teacher, the goat, you know, man, like Bernie.
Long time
I remember the teacher trying long time ago. The teacher trying to explain it to me in some way, and it's something to do with some kind of genetics. Like I said, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But you know, like you're born a man or a woman, and then it splits to make you the opposite sex or whatever it is. That I think is similar to left-handed and right.
So I just saw Jamie's comment. It made me trickle still.
Yeah.
I think.
Dare I say it? Saying he's right-handed and left-footed. That's nuts. I'm not gonna lie. That's nuts.
What I find as well in terms of the talent pool with left-footed players, I think left-footed players and right-footed players, barring your Messis and your Maradonas, which are outliers, they're more or less the same in terms of talent. I think because there are so many people who are right-footed, growing up, I just think in general, it's probably harder to defend against a left-footed player because we're not used to defending, or a lot of right-footers aren't used to growing up with a lot of left-footed players. So I think in the same way boxers struggle with southpaws. I remember the first time I sparred with a southpaw, I got absolutely battered, bro. Like, I got beat up. I thought I owed him money the way he beat me up. But then you start training with him more and you get used to it. But the first time, bro, it looked like a car. I literally thought I had done something to him. Like, he took liberties with me, bro.
You know
It's
what?
because I just didn't understand it.
Logically, what you're saying makes perfect sense. But in my made-up world I have in my head, I just think if you're left-footed or left-handed, there was something specially picked about you.
Yeah, because it
By
feels
God
like
at the beginning. Like, I just think you're better. I just feel like being right-handed is so average and so standard, bro. I just think if you're left-handed, you're just better than everyone. I don't know. Is that
mad,
just me or?
I don't know a left-footed footballer that I know that played football.
That's not good at football.
But you can't claw a ball, bro.
Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you're left-footed, you're just good, bro. Like, I don't know anybody who's left.
It's just different, isn't it?
I've never met someone who's left-footed and they're crap. I've never. That's never happened.
Very rare.
I know bare right-footed men who are crap. I know an
Very rare.
abundance of right-footed men that are crap.
You probably seen him in the chat, Aaron Loftus. I play football with him. You see when he hits a ball, you just that's the noise you hear when it cuts through the air. And I kid you not, I'll put all my weight behind the shot, and it won't even look anything like it. And he's not even trying. Like, he's not even trying.
Yeah, there's something about left-footed footballers that are just better. It's weird. I don't know, mate. Maybe you're right, mate.
It's nicer to look at as well. I don't know what it is as well. Seeing a left-footed player in motion, and when Messi dribbles,
it's
Neymar
jealousy, bro. I think it's jealousy because I think
be.
my left foot could never do that, bro. Like, how are you even doing that, bro? How is it possible to be that good with your left foot, bro? It doesn't make sense, bro. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Bro, even Manny Pacquiao, Conor McGregor, they can't take that left hand.
Yeah.
They can't take that left hand.
You know what? Southpaws in boxing seem to be the thing nobody likes. Like, it really seems like nobody likes fighting a southpaw, bro.
It's horrible. Jeez, I got beat up, bro. Like, I got beat up in sparring, bro. It made me analyze everything in my life and just was like, this ain't life, man. This ain't life.
I mean, the fact that there's actually a name for somebody who's left-handed shows it's the more of the rarity, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like, yeah. But I just there's if like, all right, say it was like it's Coach Carter, yeah. Like, I'm Coach Carter, and I walk in and I'm like, I don't know any of you kids. I need to know who the good ones are. I'd literally be like, who's left-footed? And whoever put their hand up, I'd be like, right, you're the best then. All right, you go stand in that pile there. Like, I would just be like, all the left-footed people, you go over there because clearly you're the best. You go over there, then I'll figure this other stuff out afterwards. Like, I don't know. I just think left-handed, left-footed
even at
people
Stevie's football, bro, there's a little Stevie's 3, and admittedly, this kid is a bit older than him. He's about 6, but bruv, no one can tackle him. No one can tackle this left-footed 6-year-old, bro.
There you go, bro.
And bro, bless Stevie, he runs over to me and he's like, I can't get the ball. And I'm like, but I can't either. What do you want from me? I can't get the ball from the little boy myself, probably. He's that good. And he's sick,
even when have you ever watched somebody left-handed write a letter?
Yeah.
The skill it takes to not smudge
elegant,
the page. Bro, it's different, bro. It's just different, bro. It just looks better. I don't know what it. Bro, the way they're all like, bro. The way to not smudge the page, bro, and they're just killing it. I'm like, yo, I remember when I broke my shoulder. When I broke my right shoulder, I had to. I pretty much for about a month, I couldn't do any writing at school, and I just couldn't do anything. Like, I had my arm in a sling, whatever. So, like, I had to use my left hand, bro. I felt like the dumbest person you've ever met in your life. If you ever been right-handed and had no choice but to use your left hand, bro, I felt irrelevant. I felt so irrelevant, bro. It was like, what's the point in any of this? Like, just what is the point in any of this? Saying that, though, I know this is a tangent. I carry shopping in my left hand, and it feels way more comfortable to carry shopping in my left hand, which sounds stupid considering I'm predominantly right-handed. But I actually have more strength carrying shopping in my left hand. I've never understood that, but yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah,
it's very weird, bro.
Last question from Tarmizzi was John Wick, Black Panther, and the Avenger films. I'm excited for all of them. I'm not even a movie guy like that, but you see them 4 films there. I got to make time in the schedule for those.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about no Chadwick Boseman and Black Panther. That doesn't sit well with me, but I know the show must go on, but that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how much I'm.
I think we have to go into those films and not judge it based on Chadwick, because no one's gonna live up to that legacy.
But it's like Rocky without Stallone. What's the point?
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna feel, bro. Anyway, like I'll be honest with you. That's how it's gonna feel. Not just because Chadwick has passed away, but because he was an elite man.
He played the role so well, man.
Yeah, bro. It was just different, bro. So I'm gonna struggle with the Black Panther one. But the Avengers and John Wick, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it.
I saw John Wick.
John Wick is just mindless madness, bro. It's just mindless madness, bro.
I saw him put someone in a triangle and then shoot them drift. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, it's madness, bro. And you know how much of a dog person I am, bro. John Wick 3, he brought in Halle Berry and she's setting the dogs on them, bro. And they're shooting and the dogs are attacking. I'm like, what am I watching, bro?
You're going to get me in trouble, bro.
No, bro, come on. There's got to be 2 allowances.
Bro,
there's got to be about 2 or 3 allowances in the world. And surely Halle's one of them. Surely.
Sanderson, yeah?
Surely, bro. Surely, bro. What's she at 52 and still out doing the 30-year-olds? It's Halle Berry.
Halle.
It is what it is, bro.
Anyone who says God doesn't exist, I just pull up a picture of Halle Berry. I'll say, God, tell me again.
It is what
tell
it
me
is,
God didn't
bro.
create this, big man.
It is what it is, bro. Halle Berry's so nice, women love her, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited for all of them, especially the Avengers.
Yeah, agreed. Right. LFC for days. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
What's good, dude?
Hello. It's been a while.
Has, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, and you guys good?
Yes, thank you, bro.
Yeah, I went through that heat wave a few weeks ago. I can't even lie. You know what? I was being looked like I was a madman. I walked outside because I usually code at home, so I walked outside. I didn't know it was actually too hot. Was out in jeans and a jacket. Went outside. It was only when this old lady was looking at me in a strange way. I was like, what's going on? And she's like, don't you know it's like 30 degrees? So I was like, I don't think you understand when if you go to Nigeria and you're unprepared for the first time, you get out the air-conditioned plane and that heat wave slaps you. Like, I haven't been hit by Mike Tyson, but that heat wave, that heat that hit me in Nigeria, nothing will ever stand to that again. This weather don't hit me anymore. It really don't hit me anymore. And it's like, but I gotta lie, I heard you guys talking about the Pep thing here, and it was hurting my heart. Like, it was hurting my soul. Like, you know what? Look, Pep. I always say, like, as much as I don't like Pep, like, I have my younger brother here, so he gives me too much about Man City. But I think when someone said, I think it was Neto Army, he said, if you put your boy Pep in Liverpool, he's gonna do good, or he's gonna make us winners. Like, we'll be winning more. Bullshit. Like, Pep with FSG's funding is not doing shit, bro. Like, he's not doing nothing. Like, yes, not. He is good. The thing about Pep is a very smart manager. When I say he takes low risk, he knows where to go, what team to go to. That he knows he will get guaranteed funding to make sure that his philosophy is fulfilled, because he has a certain philosophy and it needs a certain amount of players for that philosophy. So he can't just go to FSG and be putting, square pegs in round holes. That's just not going to happen. But someone like Klopp can go and fulfill his philosophy. It will take longer, but he can do it with certain players which are not necessarily what is his philosophy players. And that's the difference between Pep and Klopp. And that's why I didn't compare them, because they're actually fundamentally two different managers, in my opinion. If you compare Pep to a Mourinho, I can understand, because Mourinho likes to spend as well for his philosophy. You can see he didn't work out in Tottenham because he wasn't getting the spend in there. But when Mourinho is given funding, he will do it. So for Mourinho and Pep, that's a debate. I can hear that as a debate. I think if you're comparing Klopp, the only problem is there's not any other manager in world football at the moment compared to Pep and Klopp. And the problem is they're two opposite philosophies, in my opinion, in terms of where they start with. Klopp, you can put him in any team, I believe, with any funding, he can try and do something. Pep, if you have a team like Man United, see, if Man United go and get Pep, different game, because they do have the money for what Pep needs to do. So he can just go there. Next thing you know, Man United will be wrapping up the league if there's no Klopp. It's just going to happen. So it's like, if you need a manager to work with what he has, Klopp's your guy. That's the elite manager you need. But if you have a team where you just want to win and you have the funding, Pep is your manager. So it's like, I never really compare the two because they're just two different managers. But yeah, bro, I'm looking at and the other thing is the Nunez stuff. Like, I always say, sometimes Liverpool fans, we can be our worst enemies in terms of who needs rivals, when sometimes we do have our own fans. And why I say that is, we've been crying out for how long for like a all-and-out striker, or someone who just puts the damn ball in the net. So it's like, all of a sudden, when I started seeing it with Jota, I like, there's sometimes, yes, Jota doesn't make a pass, but I didn't want Jota to make silky passes. We had Firmino for that. I want someone to just put the damn ball in the net. And like, when Jota was doing that, I kept seeing sometimes people like, Jota could score 2 goals, and see someone saying, his passing wasn't good or something. It's like, bro, he just put 2 balls in the net. That's all I need them to do, because we just need goals. You know, we got players that do the silky stuff there. The same thing goes for Nunez. Like, I only need that. Like, I can't like how I didn't want to say it, bro.
You might as well have just said my name and
I remember the day, bro. I was like, no, come on, bro. Like, you know, you were saying you want Bobby to be scoring more. So then we get Jota to, you know, be scoring more. And I was hearing you wanted Firmino again. I was like, bro, come on, man. And then
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of it.
It's like, because it's like I think, but that's the thing. That's what I love about our team. It's like, we have so many different opinions and so many different things we want to see our team do. Because honestly, the perfect player would be someone who can score a goal, but at the same time, you know, is silky with the passing. But yeah, as for Nunez, come on, man. You like, anyone that's not, just give Nunez a season, let him go. Like, he's under pressure. He's under pressure. But once he puts the balls in there, I don't really care. Like, he can be dead with the first touch. I don't give a flip. As long as he puts the ball in the net, he's fine. Even if his passing goes to the moon, I don't care. Just put the ball in the net. That's fine by me. Obviously, Klopp will work on those things. Don't worry, we won't be having Lukaku touches or nothing. Like, Nunez's first touch is not even bad. Us, man, are just watching pre-season. Like, if you see me after Christmas dinner playing football, you won't even be talking. Like, don't worry. Like, it is what it is. So, it's
bro, see me trying to get up the stairs after Christmas dinner, bro. It's a mazza, bro.
Oh, bro,
you think I've lived in a bungalow my whole life, bro?
Honestly, I'm telling you. But no, big up yourselves. And
yeah, big up as always, bro.
Respect to the Kop-ish community. Respect.
Bless you.
Love as always, bro. Love, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yep, in a bit.
Big up, G.
Take care.
Big up.
I know he didn't mention my name, but that was directed at me. So
no, but bro, you have a massive following in that world, bro. You're not alone, bro. It's not like it's just you, bro.
So all right. So here's the thing. This is where I think I slightly differ from people who have my mindset. I don't expect Jota to pull off the Harry Kane pass or Nunez, but I think the basics. I don't think there's an excuse for the basics. Like, I'm not expecting them to play like defense splitting passes or get the ball from the air and do a Cruyff turn and then thread it through with a chip or something. But you see if there's an easy pass. It's why I go on to Firmino. I don't expect him to score like bangers and like tight angle goals. You see when he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he tries that silly nonsense chip against Nottingham Forest, for example.
Yeah.
I'm going to get onto you for that. I know, because I know that's not your strong suit, but that stuff is bread and butter. So I will continue to call out Jota for the bread and butter stuff, but I won't expect what 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19 Firmino was doing from Jota. In the same way, I wouldn't expect Firmino to pick up the ball and finish from a tight angle like I'd expect Jota to. So But that's why I
you know what it is, bro. Like,
and
I think
real quick.
Yeah, go on.
I get LFC's days sentiment in terms of I just want someone to put the ball in the back of the net. What we have to understand is if we have a player and the play breaks down because of that player, all it does is mean that we're having to work harder to recycle the ball in a game, which could lead to so many other things throughout a season. So if a player can hold up the ball and bring others into play, it means we're not losing possession and having to chase it back and then restart an attack, etc. So I do think it does matter when players lose the ball on a regular basis, even if they are scoring goals.
No,
if on the light, but I'm listening. I can hear everything.
Yeah. If you lose the ball on a regular basis, 100%, bro. I think that's a mazza. You can't be losing the ball on a regular basis. But I don't think Jota loses the ball on a regular basis, and I don't think Nunez will lose the ball on a regular basis. I think what can be frustrating is there can be like a really obvious pass in a counter attack where you've got like a split second to make a decision, and maybe Jota isn't the greatest at making that pass that can break down a counter attack that's happening, quickly. So I think that might be where people get a little bit annoyed at him. And I can understand, because sometimes I might get a little bit annoyed at that myself. But generally speaking, I think Jota's passing is good. And I think Nunez will be fine. I think what's easier for me as somebody who used to be a striker to maybe sympathize with Jota and maybe sympathize with Nunez is I wasn't a silky footballer. Like, I'm a grown man, like, now. Like, I don't have to lie anymore. When you're a kid, you're always doing that fronting shit. Like, I'm a grown-up now. Like, I can just admit things. I wasn't that silky at football. I weren't the guy in the playground that could just play, like, one-on-one and bend up 5 man and all that. Like, that wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't my game. That was for different people. That was for people who were born to play football. I'm not the guy you're going to pass the ball to and I'm going to do 89 kick-ups and I'm going to be flicking it and I'm going to be doing all that stuff. Like, that wasn't me, bro. I'm a grown-up man now. They don't put me fronting on it. But I tell you what I could do better than you, though. Put the ball in the back of the net. Put me in the box, one-on-one, and I'm packing the goalkeeper out better than you are. That's it. So you're going to look way better than me during the game, but I'm going to win the match. And I think that's why I can sympathize more with people like Jota and Nunez, because I see myself in them. I wasn't silky, wasn't amazing, but you put me in a penalty box and I'm banging the ball in the back of the net. That's me, bro. All you need to do is put me in that square circle, bro. That's it. Once I'm there, I'm in my zone. Are you going to be able to get in the way? Because I tell you what, if you do block it, you better hope it doesn't hit you somewhere it hurts, because I'm clarting this ball, bro. And you know what I mean? And you got to put your life on the line to stop it going in. So I can maybe sympathize with people like Jota and Nunez a bit more. That don't look silky, ain't the greatest footballers in the world, but they know how to put the ball in the back of the net. And at the end of the day, we were crying out for it. We got Jota, and then we complained about it. And I'm not even taking shots at you. I'm just saying, generally speaking.
No, I hear that.
Like, we was like, we just needed someone to put the ball in it. Then we got one, and then we moaned about all these other elements of playing. It's like, guys, he just puts the ball in the net. Like, Jota's got 20-plus goals in both seasons for Liverpool. That's phenomenal. I think people really and truthfully have kind of like... I think Jota's actually gone under the radar as a superstar. He's fully gone under the radar, bro. Like, 20-plus goals in both his seasons at Liverpool. It's phenomenal. He didn't even ask for a grace period. He just came in, started banging in goals straight away, bro.
But he took Bobby's place. He made the undroppable droppable.
Madness,
what I will say though, Drift, you see how you said you've got sympathy for a Nunez or a Jota?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see it from the other way, because I grew up being a centre midfielder. Mm-hmm. You see when my striker lost the ball, guess who's got to run and try and chase it? Me.
Yeah.
So that's where I see it from the other side. Because you see, if Nunez loses the ball, it's not Nunez who's got to go and win it back. It's Flacco, Hendo, Thiago, Keita, and them, man. And
that's where I can't sympathise, because you're right. If I lost the ball, it's you that's got to win it back.
But at the same time, I haven't got the pressure on me to score a goal in the game to win us the match either. So it swings and roundabouts. It works both ways.
Yeah, no, for real, because it doesn't matter how bad that game was or how good that game was. I'm the one getting the blame if it's the 91st minute and I put it over the bar.
Yeah.
And that was the goal to win the game or whatever. So, like, yeah.
While we're on the subject, I wanted to read this super chat because I think it's very timely and telling. from Jamrock. Nunez isn't the issue. Midfield and support around him is. So Klopp spoke about this recently in a press conference and said Nunez is doing well, but there's not enough people around him supporting him. I'll be honest. Again, I know it's going to sound like I'm taking shots, but that's on Klopp, because I think we spoke about this drift before we went on a stream the other day, right? How can, like, you ask Carvalho and Elliott, for example, to get in and around Nunez from wide positions where they're not naturally wide players, and then in the midfield, who have we got in our whole midfield roster? Who have we got that can support the striker or is known to support the striker? Because we've always had a Bobby or a Mane dropping deep to collect the ball and transition. We have no link between the midfield and the attack right now. Yeah, and I think the person who's going to suffer the most from that is Nunez, unfortunately. And that's not his fault. Hence why we need a centre midfielder.
And that's the reason why I think it's very, very reckless from the Liverpool board, from Klopp, whoever's decision it is, to not go out there and buy a linchpin. I think it's very reckless. Somebody just said Maddison as an example. You need a player of that mold who will be able to make that link between the two, because most teams who have an out-and-out striker,
there's a comment,
have a linch player.
Martin K.
Facts.
On the head.
We need the Gerrard for Torres. It's a fact.
Nail on the head. And look, let's not act like Torres wouldn't have still banged, but Torres wouldn't have banged how he banged without Gerrard. Yeah. He himself said it.
You have to have that linch player, yeah.
So before we get the next person on, I want to big up a couple of people in the chat who have got channels as well. The Jerry James Show.
Give me one sec. Give me one sec.
Yeah, bro. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Jerry James Show. So Savage Talks Wrestling in the chat as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel if you want to watch and listen to wrestling content. And also Jamie Phillips Football Chat, who covers wrestling and football. And also the next man we're about to get on the chat. Make sure you guys follow Rods TV, aka Anfield Rods. It's been a while, Uncle. He's here.
Blood fire! Blood fire! Brother, I think you forget about me and I didn't.
Never, sire.
I think you forget about me. Brother, you know how long I'll be waiting to get on the show? 3 weeks and I'm done.
I know, bro. I know. How have you been, man? It's been too long.
I've been good. How's you and the family, King?
Yeah, they're good, brother. Thank you, man. They're good.
I see your boy. Listen, your boy's a junior Calliner. Junior Calliner.
Which one? But I'll be honest though, they don't look like me. They look like my missus. So I might have to get on Maury. So Zabiri, Jamrock, if you can hook up a ticket, I might have to come on Maury and be that dad on the couch.
You're full of shit. But hear what? You see with the Pep thing, the Pep thing, right? I agree that's all like he's had a checkbook. Yeah. This and that. But there's always a thing at the end of the day. You can have a checkbook, but it's what you do with it. Yeah. You got to buy, you get the players and you got to make them play the way that you want them to play and also win titles. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do think in some sort of way that Pep Guardiola edges Klopp. He does edge Klopp, you know what I mean? I don't think there's a great deal in it, but there's something in it. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Because after all, he has won 4 titles in 5 seasons. You know what I mean? And the thing is about Klopp and Liverpool and everything that, this is what annoys me. This is what really annoys me and everything that, right? And I put a comment on your team the other day when it was a watch-along show and everything that, right?
Yeah.
Is this. It's the same tactics. The same tactics and everything like that, right? All on LFC Go and everything like that. I watched it on that. They were saying that there's hyping up the game, saying how good it was and everything like that. And I was thinking to myself, well, we didn't win. I know it's a friendly, but we didn't win. And anybody can look good passing in front of the defense. Anybody can look good in everything like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what it seems like to me in the end of the day is that they haven't learned anything from last season, the season before that, the season before that. And the reason why they haven't, because they don't buy the players at the end of the day that can make a difference. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't buy that player in midfield that can make that difference, that can service Nunez, that can break down sub defense. They don't buy the players. Now, to me, at the end of the day, right, I'm not really happy with the transfer this season, transfer window. I'm not really happy with it. I'm happy to a certain extent because we got Nunez, but you look at this now. We bought Calvin Ramsey, yeah, and we got Fabio Carvalho. One's coming from the Championship, and I think that, right? This is a big step up for him, you know.
Yeah.
This is a massive step up for him, and I think that, right? You know what I mean? He can probably flop this season. I'm not saying he's going to, but that can probably happen. That's a massive step up, and I think that. But you're expecting him at the end to make that step up, and I think that. So, you know what I mean? Calvin Ramsey's come for the Scottish League and everything like that. Now we know at the end of the day, the Premiership and the Scottish League and everything like that, there's a big gap.
Yeah.
There's a massive gap and everything like that. Why are we buying these players? We shouldn't be buying these players. I'm sorry, at the end of the day, right? Because, all right, we bought Minamino and everything like that for $7.5 million and everything like that. He was supposed to be the next best thing. We hardly played him and everything like that. And look where he is now, at Monaco and everything like that. And personally, I liked Minamino. I thought he was all right. He was coming on all right and everything like that. Yeah. I don't see the point at the end of the day of buying these players, these Championship players, these players from the Scottish League and everything like that, right? When there's players out there that are tried and proven, like Matheus Nunes and certain other players and everything like that, and they won't buy them.
Yeah.
They won't buy what's in your front of your face. Now, I'm not going to blame FSG anymore. I'm not blaming FSG anymore. They're both culpable for it. Klopp and FSG. Because if Klopp was not happy with what was going on in the flight, you're not signing another 2-year extension. You're not doing it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. It's like, for instance, I said it on Phillips' stream. It's like, you got a girl and everything that, right? And it's your fiance and everything that, right? Yeah. And whenever she goes out and everything that, right? When we go out with her, she keeps on flirting. She flirts with this person, first with that person and everything that, right? And now and then you tell her, yo, if I stop that, you know, when I know that, you know. And she said, yeah, she goes like, yeah, I'll stop. But then when you go out again in the fair, it's the same thing. It's the same thing in the fair. Are you then gonna put a ring on her finger? You're not, are you? You're not, are you?
Oh, hell no.
You're not gonna do it. So if Klopp is not happy with the situation, what's going on with Liverpool and everything that, right? Why would you then sign a 2-year extension? You're not gonna do it. So obviously, and he must be happy what's going on with the fact at the day that when we won the Champions League and everything that, right? Who did we buy? Can you remember who we bought when we won the Champions League?
Elliot, Adrian, and Vandenberg.
Right, but Adrian and he was a free. He was a free, wasn't he? He was a free. He was just looking for a club anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we accommodated him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you can't really put that in. And Seth Vandenberg and everything that. Seth Vandenberg hasn't really played for our club. He's played in pre-season and everything that. Now Elliot's supposed to be this new signing and stuff. We're Liverpool. We are Liverpool Football Club. We deserve a better standard than that. Do you know what I mean? We are going into this. We are going into the Premiership. Yeah, right. We're going to be competing on a Premiership, League Cup, FA Cup, and Champions League and everything that. Right? Yeah. What, we're playing the same way we played last season and the season before. We haven't even learned how to break down the sub-defense. The same thing we saw with Real Madrid and everything that. When it was easy for Real Madrid to defend against us, it was easy. Same thing with Salzburg. Red Bull Salzburg and everything that. They defended like us, like we was like boys. We're like idiot. You got like Salah come on and everything that, right? And it's just like, you're trying to score. Brother, man got me vexed, you know. The man got me vexed. You're trying to score at the end of the day at the cutest of angle. You're not going to get in for there. Do a cutback, man. What is wrong with you? It's just, you know what, isn't there? With the transfer, this is what really bugs me. And from that, I had the same conversation with my brother. With the transfer window, this last 5 or 6 years, and everything, it's been the same shit all the time. And we get what we want, but not what we need. Do you know what I mean? We're not getting what we need, and to complete. And then, all right, Man City's got the big checkbook. I understand that. Chelsea's got the big checkbook. I understand anything that. But there's ways that you kind of compete against them and everything that, right? That's going to make you the better team. Look at all that. Look at the time with Sam Geddes and everything that, right? We was linked to Sam Geddes and everything that. And then what Chelsea do? Got him on loan and everything that. All right, it didn't work out with him and Chelsea and everything that. But who's to say that was going to happen with Liverpool? Yeah. It could have been totally something different. Do you know what I mean? We don't get these players that we need. Now at the day, sort of like we got Darwin Nunez and everything that, right? We got fuck all coming from the midfield. We've got nothing. I'm not being funny. I like Milner and everything that, right? I like Milner. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy and everything that. But there was no point in giving him a year extension. I'm sorry, there was no point. I'm not saying he's a shit player because he's a good player and everything that, right? But we need to sort of like, say, look, all right, then you know what, Milner, you've done us a good service and everything that, right? But let's put you upstairs. Let's do your coaching back or whatever and everything, and getting some younger players in the day with the desire. Nunez, all their Monday. There's players out there that they can buy and everything that. Imagine that day, big man, if you go out and buy Nunez and everything that, yeah? You buy Fabio Carvalho and you buy Calvin Ramsey and everything that, and you're done. You're done. Do you know what I mean? In the space of two or 3 weeks, you're done. That don't make no sense to me. We're big Liverpool. We was fighting on all fronts last season. We're the first ever club in the day to play every game that was put to us. Every game. We played 38 games in a Premiership. We played all the FA Cup and we won it. We played all the League Cup and won it. And we got to the Champions League final. Every game possible we played in everything that. And you're telling me, say, you buy three player. One player is a really good player, and 2 players now even make one. They now even make one Jen Lux. Because Carvalho, he's got skill in it, but this is a massive step up for him, big man. This is a massive step up for him. What about when he goes up to Old Trafford and everything that? How do you think he's going to do at Old Trafford or down Stamford Bridge? The only team I say he can probably beat is Arsenal. Because Arsenal are nothing, man. They ain't nothing. They're nothing, man. They're nothing, man. Them man are dead for a long time, man. I'm always telling Robbie this year. Well, the man's dead for a long time, man. You can't talk to me again. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it really pains me at the end of the day, big man, at the end of the day, right? When we've got the chance at the end of the day to really take advantage of the transfer window. Because all we're doing now at the end of the day is this, right? Do you remember when Benitez was here and everything that, right? And he's buying this player, that player, and everything that. And he started getting rid of players and everything and bringing these like young talents and everything that you didn't hear of, like fucking what's that guy, Sam Geddes and you know what I mean? Just these players at the day that you didn't hear of and everything that. And all of a sudden at the day we had a team that we didn't even recognize. You didn't even recognize it because it's all these players at the day that you picked from all over Spain and everything that, right? That were like, from the academies here, academies there and everything that. That's how I see it coming and everything. And then you're going to get to a situation where you can't complete. You can't complete and everything that. To me at the day, right, I'm blaming Klopp and I'm blaming FSG because, Klopp said it as well. Klopp's a sort of, the difference between Klopp and Pep Guardiola and everything that, right, is Guardiola at the end of the day, right, if he loses a final or loses something, he's vexed. He is vexed. We're confident for that. Oh, well, we'll fight again next season. Do you know what I mean? But then when the transfer window comes to the front, you don't take advantage of that. They've gone out and everything like, right? They've gone out. Man City, when you think about it, Man City has bought 3 players, yeah? They bought Haaland, yeah? Calvin Phillips, innit? They bought Calvin Phillips, and they bought that guy Alvarez. Well, they had him for last season anyway. And that. The only man that really spent big money on is Haaland, really. Do you know what I mean? Because Calvin Phillips cost 42 million, million, something like that. Why didn't we go for him? Why didn't we go to Leeds and then for that and say, give us your player? Well, I wait for Man City to go buy a player. And then that didn't they sort of like, then what they're going to say that when we lose these games with them for that, they're going to say, well, we haven't got the finances, we haven't got this to complete with their man there. When you could go out and get that Nunez and everything for 35 million in a dog. You can go out and buy a bad player like Nunez for 35 million. What kind of sense is that? I don't really see no sense in what they're doing. They spent a transfer window in it for that when they didn't buy nobody. You remember that? When they didn't buy nobody in that transfer window. And they should recycle the same team at the end of the day they had from last season. You know what I mean? When it come to the day when Virgil van Dijk and Matip and Gomez got injured and that, we were fucked. We were fucked and everything that, right? And then what did they do? In January and everything that, they go and buy that hologram. The hologram in a dog. The man that never played for our club, you know. And the other guy from Schalke. And the only reason they bought him because they got forced into buying him. They got forced into buying him. They wouldn't have bought him, you know. And why you know that? They wouldn't have bought him. Nothing like it's a shambles, blood. I get to listen every season at the end of the day. I say, you know what? Trust the process, and that, and you know, make excuses for them and that. But I've done with making excuses and everything that. I want to see a dramatic change in everything that. You can't tell me that you're going to buy 3 players and everything that, right? And the 2 players that you bought and everything that, you have to make them develop before to get into anything. You have to make them develop and everything that, right? So really and truly, when you think about it, you're only buying 1 player, and you say you're done. When you know you need a central midfielder, you say you're done. And what are you doing? You're going to recycle Milner again? Recycle Oxlade-Chamberlain when you don't even play him anyway? It's a joke, team, brother. You know what's going to happen? I hate to say this and everything now. It's going to be like with Torres and Gerrard and everything now. When Torres at the day saw that Liverpool one going on with anything and everything that, the man had down tools. You don't want to go Chelsea. You know what I mean? And the way they treated Mane and everything that, it was disgusting. It was disgusting the way they treated Mane. I know you spoke about it a couple of weeks ago and everything that, and I was with you. It was disgusting the way they treated Mane and everything that. And Mane saw what was going on and everything that, and said, you know what, big man, I'm gone here. I'm gone Munich in a family. I'm gone. And he's gone to some club and everything that, where he's going to be like appreciated and everything that. I'm telling you something, if they did not appreciate it and everything that, because one time and everything that when he had that little thing with Klopp and everything that, when he kind of like ignored him and everything that, right? My argument is that maybe they had an argument, and Mane was thinking, well, listen, you may be good now, but I'm not good yet, so I'm not really ready to talk to you yet, and everything that, right? Rather than the man got slated, but man got slated next game and everything that, right? When he missed a goal and everything that. I'm not going to mention the guy's name and everything because he's on another channel. I ain't going to mention his name and everything that. But brother, the amount of abuse he give that man in a brother. The amount of abuse he give that man, and other people will give him money abuse and everything that. Salah don't get that. You know what I mean? So the way he got treated and everything that, right, was shocking. And Ronaldo as well, shocking. You're telling me you couldn't give Ronaldo a pay rise and everything, but yet you could give Milner an extension. What kind of idiot thing that dog?
That doesn't.
Brother, I'm vexing her.
I'm
vexing her, dog. I'm vexing her, dog.
I hear you. We can let you rant all day, but obviously
I'm sure go. But here, one last thing in the thing. I'm doing a watch along show tomorrow still, yeah, for the community shield and everything that. But here, what we want, I want you to promote my video for me still, you know, dog.
Yeah, send it through.
So what you want me to do? Do you want me to email it to you? Do you want me to email it to you?
Email it through, man.
Was it teamkopish@gmail.com?
Yeah. Email it.
All right, family. Brother, the most respect every time, you know, dog. You see it?
Yeah. Big up
the family. And I'll catch you soon, brother. Respect.
Big up, G. Big up. I like a good vent sometimes.
Rod's coming with the fire. Not gonna sit here and say I agree with absolutely everything, but I'll be honest, about 80% of it I agree with. Like 80% I agree with.
I mean, the Ronaldo thing opened up an old wound still, but
I agree with the Ronaldo thing though.
Yeah, you know how I felt about that at the time.
The Mane one, I still do believe Mane just wanted a new challenge.
I believe he wanted a new challenge when he realised Liverpool wouldn't pay him what he deserves. But we moved.
And you know that might be fair as well.
You know what I mean?
But
I'm never going to get over it, you know? I'm proud of myself for how I've dealt with the Mane situation.
We're not meant to get over Mane, bro. It's a club legend.
I know, but I'm proud of myself.
United fans still talk about like Scholesy and them, man. That's what we're meant to do. We're meant to hail up our legends, bro. Chelsea fans still talk about Lampard and the racist guy. That's what they're meant to do. Like, they're legends of the club. We can't forget about Mane. We shouldn't forget about it.
I know, but this is fresh, bruv.
Yeah, cool.
Do you remember when you was a little man, yeah? and you bust your knee or you bust your elbow or you done something. And it wasn't really about that. It was when you knew your mum was going to put you in a bath, bruv. Do you remember that? Yeah, bruv. Do you remember? That was what you were worried about, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the pain kicks in, bruv. Do you remember that, bruv? That's where the pain kicks in, bruv. You remember when the water turned white, bruv? Do you remember the water turned white,
When
bruv?
it got cloudy, innit?
Yeah, bruv. When the devil goes in the bath and the water turns white, bruv, and now you got to dip your elbow in that water, bruv. Bruv, talk to me, bruv. Remember that, bruv. It wasn't when you hurt yourself, bruv. It was when you had to get in the bath, bruv. It was when you had to get in the bath. God forbid. This is what I'm saying, bruv. You remember that?
Man.
God forbid, or even before the bath. Do you remember the TCP pre-bath? Bruv, when the TCP came out of the cupboard, apologies to the foreign viewers, you won't know what it is, but TCP and Dettol is
Smell
like
menthol, innit? Just straight.
Yeah, bruv, it's like an antiseptic. Bro, when the TCP came out and you've got a gash, bruv, from like here to here, yeah, from your skateboard or whatever it is, and the cotton wool and the dabs on the TCP and the smells in the air, bruv. The smell's already in the air, bruv, and then you know you got to rub that on the... Nah, bruv. But that's how I feel, bruv. It's that flesh wound. Mane's the flesh wound, bruv, and the TCP, bruv, just keeps getting put on there, bruv. And it hurts, bruv. It's fucking hurting me, bruv.
Oh, that got me. That really did get me.
Oh, the Dettol in the bath. It's real, bruv. It's real, bruv. The Jamaicans know it's the Dettol in the bath, bruv.
Oh, man. When it went cloudy, you knew it was curtain.
Yeah, bruv, you knew it was curtain. Like, free capfuls of Dettol. No, flipping. Oh,
looked like you had Casper in the bath, bro.
Yeah, bruv. What is going on? What is going on, man? Oh, my days. You still got the stones in the scar, you know, bro.
Yeah,
you know, you still got the stones dug in, bro. No, it's mad, bro.
Oh, man.
Mad, bro.
Nah, just you brought back all the memories there. I'm about to tell my mum about that tomorrow, man. Bring that back up,
bro. It's mad, bro. It's mad. That's how I feel right now, bro. The wound is still thing, brother, and I need to just get in the bath now, innit?
Right, we're gonna bring on our next guest now, guys. Be kind. He's not a Liverpool fan, but he's a real one. So, guys, be kind. Welcome everyone from Never a Foul. Man, like Kaz.
I drifted. You bring me back memories, bro. I was crying in the background. I was like, the bath. I remember that. It's not even that, yeah. You come home, yeah. Like you might play football. You're running down to the shops and you graze your knee on the concrete or something. And it's not just a Jamaican thing either. My mum done the same thing with the Dettol, bro. You come in, it's the stair, fam. And then all you know, yeah. 20 minutes later, you're watching something quick time. It's like we're gonna clean that up soon. It's that, and you're like, okay. And then you go upstairs, yeah. I know it's like before you go to the toilet, like you can just hear the bath running, and it's like, oh, you can't even escape because your mum's already gave you the stare. If you try to dash out, yeah, that's it. You're getting slapped up. And the thing is, you don't even get, especially when you're small. Anyways, when you're small, like even like 6 or 7 years old, it's not even the fact that you don't get in the bath. Like you're just there like that. Dash you in, fam. Like it's not even that. It's boiling hot. You just know it's go time. It's like it's like what you want me to do? Do you want me to put you in gently, or do you want me to dash you in there? And it's like
no, it's real, bro. It's real. It's so real, bro.
I'm not joking. You bring back so many memories. It's not even just my mom. It's my nan as well. That's a Spanish thing, you know. So it's like it's not. Bro, and it's not that. It's just I know you said Dettol as well, but the salt. Don't get me started on the salt.
Yes.
Yeah, the salt.
Salt water.
Salt water. Yeah, bro. All of that, bro. It's mad. It's mad,
dead.
Bro. It's
so
mad.
Dead, man. I'm just glad to see Callum smiling, man.
How you doing, my bro?
Bro, I'm happy to see you smiling, bro. What is going on with you lot over there, bro?
I smile through the pain always. Smile through the pain always. You can't let anyone know that you're going through a negative day unless you actually are going through mental stuff. Then please talk to someone. But for me, anyways, it's like smile through the pain. Don't let anyone know that you're going through it. Like in football terms, just be shameless when you need to be, and then talk sense when you can escape it.
I
So
hear
do you get what I mean? I'm not
that.
even here to talk about Man United. Unless you want to give me a Man United question, I was just gonna say, yeah, that this
No, the floor is yours, bro.
the only thing I can say on the Mane thing, yeah, is he won't be properly respected until he retires. It's the same thing with Wayne Rooney. He wasn't properly respected as a legend at Man United properly by the majority fan base until he retired from football. Yeah. And that's the same thing with Mane. You're getting that fresh feeling. That's how I felt when Ronaldo left me, man, back in 2009. The 8-9, no, man, that hurt. I saw him in school. Oh, by the way, Ronaldo left. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I didn't even believe it. And then, so it's the flesh wounds, man, the flesh wounds. And basically you're getting dashed in the bath all the time now because you're thinking, like, is it real? Is it real?
Bob, you know what? It's mad, Bob. Like, I've said this before, which is funny you're saying about Rooney. Like, as a rival, obviously, like, I hated what Rooney did, what he did. But me and Cal spoke about this. Rooney's like top 10 ever Premier League players. And I can't believe people don't actually realize it. And I think the disrespect Rooney gets is mad. Like it's mad. Like I don't know. I'll never understand it. I won't. Like I really don't believe people actually get it. They don't get it.
It's hard to say with Rooney, you know. Oh, this is my first time on Kopish, so thank you for having me on, innit? So yeah, I appreciate it. It's about time I get that link, man. I'm full special. I must be doing something right. But Rooney. Yeah, special. But you know what it was? It's, again, until he was gone from the team, you couldn't really see what he brought to the team. Because even I was in the little group thinking that Rooney can't do it on not the big stage, but by himself, you know, carry the team. There's always a great team around us. And it's only until afterwards, like the Sir Alex Ferguson era, because that's all we can really rely on right now is the past. So if you're talking about that, it's like he actually had a bunch of shit around him. Am I allowed to swear, by the way?
Yeah.
So not mad swear words. No, you know what it is? No, not really. You know, not when he's angry, but
what?
No. But yeah, man, he was around a lot of crap in the later years. Like imagine going from Tevez and Ronaldo to I suppose Antonio Valencia and Nani, like. And Nani was great. Valencia was great. I still remember when he made man like Glenn Whelan start running. I think that was against Stoke. So he just made him start running, but they're not as good as Ronaldo and Tevez. And Nani's serious, was serious, but he was inconsistent. Like, come on, like Alex Ferguson had to shout at Rooney for him to get going. But
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's the same thing with Mane. I have to agree with what Drifty said about Mane as well. I think as you had to pick out Salah and Mane who gets the big contract. They picked Salah and he realized he weren't getting the money, and I reckon he wanted a new. He just came to terms within the season. I think that's what kickstarted the later half of the season. I think around December, November. Then times it's like, all right, I know I'm not going to get a big signing. I think Bayern Munich were already lurking by then, and he just kind of accepted it and said, "I want a new channel. I'm excited for it." And when you get excited by something new, your motivation levels go up. And you saw my man perform in the last 6 months of his career, because let's face it, it was probably the perfect time for it was a perfect time for Mane to leave Liverpool. Like, it will happen. It will happen with Salah. It will happen with another couple legends. It will happen with Van Dijk at some point. It just happens where you need to phase them out. But
not Van Dijk, he'll be here forever, bro.
Van
Dijk will be here forever.
But yeah, man, no, and also I don't know, I was kind of coming in thinking I'm gonna come on a Liverpool channel, I'm gonna start talking some absolute shizer, like just to rough you man up. But then I realized that, right, what has my team really done? and Kopish comments are meant to be nice. Like, we took your model slightly. Like, no one can talk crap on you, otherwise you get banned, you get blocked straight up. Don't care who you are. So we took that kind of model, innit? So. But yeah,
the people will be calm and they'll be kind. But like, obviously, if you say something like, I don't know, Martial's gonna get 44 goals or whatever, like they'll be like, hold on a minute, what's going on it? Well, yeah, what's going on it? Although, to be fair, I'm one of the other people who believes that Martial could still be a success at Man United. I know I stand on a hill alone out of like rivals. I still believe the right manager gets the best out of Martial. But
you know what? It's not just that. We're going to talk on Man United for a sec, because I want to throw something positive on the Liverpool part, because I'm sick to death of these Arsenal and Chelsea, man, and probably a couple United fans that we can't say no. But it's there's Shameless, and then there's Football Avi Shameless. Do you know I'm talking about them ones on Twitter?
Yeah.
Them man there. But with the Man United thing, remember, Man United don't actually have a bad collective of players individually. They all have been underperforming. You get the right manager, and that what happens when they start performing. I'm not going to say they're going to win the league or anything like that, because we're not. We don't have that squad, and we don't even know what Ten Hag's going to do. But Ten Hag has to be better than Mourinho, Oli, and whatever was before that, LVG, and don't get me started on Ragnar. He can't even count it because he was just interim. So in my eyes, I feel like the squad can only get better. And from what we've seen, and we just about straight fifth. So what happens next season with a few new additions? You know what I mean? So it's kind of exciting as a Man United fan. I feel like Martial will have a great season, but whenever there's a bit of competition around Martial, I'm all for him. I love that guy, man. I love talent. That's why I don't get the Pogba out stuff. I love talent. I don't love McTominay and passion. Do you know what I mean? I want to see you fighting for the badge, but not fighting for the badge when you got no skill. Do you know what I mean? You can't even start selling them for your own country. But but it can only get better for Man United, I reckon, man. And I have to be optimistic. I have to be, because I've already bought my first 6 tickets, including the Liverpool game. So you have to be optimistic.
Thing for that Liverpool game, bro.
I'm telling you now, I'm going to come in here and we're going to be 1-0 up and we're going to lose 4-1. Watch. So he's like, oh, he's ranting the Raven. Come on after our show quick. I'm bringing my Wi-Fi box with me. I'm bringing it with me just in case. Just in case. Because I've got portable Wi-Fi, and apparently, obviously, anyone that goes to stadiums, you know, unless you go to the toilet side, and your reception is dog. Who's trying to be in the toilet? Like, yeah, guess what? I'm out of Trafford.
No, you know what? If you want to beam in straight off, but look, I don't know what's going to happen at Man United this season. I don't think I'm as optimistic as Man United fans, but I definitely think I'm more optimistic as the rivals. I think people are downplaying you. I think people are remembering what happened last year and thinking that's just going to happen again. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I think Man United will definitely have a better season than Arsenal. I think it's definitely not beyond question they'll have a better season than Chelsea. I just don't think you'll have a better season than Tottenham, Liverpool or City. But that still puts you in 4th, which is not a bad place to be considering you finished 6th last year. It's your manager's first year. So we'll see in it. It's going to be interesting.
Pressure. No pressure on Man United this year. Don't matter where we finish. We just want to see some progression. That's all we care about. A couple youngsters, a couple signers, see what they can do. But obviously, I'm not here to really this is a Liverpool stream, respectively. So let's talk Liverpool, because any Chelsea fans are in there. You're in the mud right now, and let's face it, Martinelli ain't scoring more than 10 goals in the Premier League. I don't get, even your own fan base think you're not going to be competing for the title, and I was part of that part. I was a part of that crew probably about 2 weeks ago until I started thinking about it. I'm like, right, like Liverpool have only lost Mane, you know, and Luis Diaz is only going to get better, right? I'm not saying he's going to be a wonder like Mane, because Mane gives a bit of aggression. He gave that in a Liverpool side, but then you've added Nunez, and I can't hate, but it's inevitable. He's inevitable in my eyes right now. That's why, remember that stream we done on together on the Football Terrace? It's like, hold on, man, I'm bored of this Nunez slander right now. Yeah, because watching packing Fulham with 3 goals or something like that. Like Chelsea fans, you got Kai Havertz, and then what was he screaming? Champions League fun? I'm like, bruv, you sound like us United fans. You're living in the past. Stop escaping it. It's like, what's he done in 2 years? His 3rd season, I didn't even score more than 15 Premier League goals altogether. Come on, man. But yeah,
does he not even have 15 Premier League goals?
I don't think so.
12, I believe it's 12 goals.
Wow, he was 72 million. You know,
I trust me. And I'm not a flip-flop. Obviously, like any United fans watching this or saying I've got a Liverpool shirt underneath, or anything like that. But I just feel like Klopp is still Klopp, you know? Like, it's still Klopp's team. Yeah, you don't have a centre mid, but that'll probably come anyways. But even if it didn't come, you got 5 subs, so it only helps Liverpool out even more. So, on that note, I just feel like Liverpool are going to be challenged for the title. Obviously, I still think City are clear, respectively, because they can just buy wherever they want, but and however they want. But yeah, I just feel like Liverpool are being, there's a bit of shameless disrespect and some seriousness when Arsenal fans think they're going to be competing against Liverpool, and even Tottenham fans, like, let's not overrate Tottenham side. Liverpool are still clear, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? There's still a fat gap in my eyes.
Yeah. I agree.
And you still got the same defense. Have you still got the same defense, bro? You just got slapped by Man United 4-0 in the preseason. Don't get me wrong, I'll take that all day long.
There's the shamelessness.
Sesko might have nipped Curtis Jones and Milner. He might come to Man United and do that to Konate and Gomez all over again. But do you get what I mean?
I hear it. I agree.
It's going to be interesting. It is. Like I don't know, man. I think we've got to be 10 games in, and then, like always, we have a little reassess. We look where everybody is, and then we can start to get a little bit of a better understanding. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be.
I think you're going to get a centre mid though, because Oxlade's apparently going off for 10 million. I don't see that link no more.
Nah, we ain't getting nobody, bro.
You know what? I want to big up one kid of yours, that number 6. Don't know how to say his name. But I know it's got a Z in it and something like that in it, like a J in it. Yeah. That guy was serious balling out. That's the sort of midfield that I like to see.
Yeah, look good.
It's weird that he didn't get number 6 like Fabinho in there, so I can't really see it. But it's a different option, maybe in the future potential. But he looks like he's looks like he's gonna be a serious. That's it, Bietic or I don't know how to say his name. I don't know where's he from.
You know, same like that Zidane guy that you lot have got. He looks good as well.
Zidane Paul, he's actually going to be with the first. He's been already confirmed. He's not getting loaned out. He's going to be with the first team.
That'd be
good. He looks very comfortable on the ball.
I'm telling you now. If someone said this in a couple streams ago, maybe AA. There's 2 things guaranteed in life. Yeah, if there was let's say nuclear world war went off, and the destruction of everything, cockroaches would. There's 2 things that would survive. Cockroaches and Scott McTominay still playing for Manchester United. And I said as well, if I see McFred when I go to Old Trafford against Brighton, if I swear down, if I see McFred, I'm gonna scream my lungs out. I'm gonna scream it out. I'll be fuming. And yeah, I feel like if Zidane Ball is going to be in, and I know I get it, the whole De Jong situation. If he is to come, we can pretty much say that's going to be the end of Scott McTominay's reign at Man United. And if Garner stays around as well, that will be the end. And amazing times it will be to see Scott McTominay surviving 3-4 man. I can't stand that bastard. Honestly,
it's got to be the Scottish thing, though, right? Because you have a very deep Scottish heritage. It's got to be the Scottish thing. It has to be.
Yeah, it's like that. If anyone knows history, if you come from like about history, I remember watching the documentary on the old what's they called? You know, there's your old managers, the Liverpool, Man United, and Celtic. Why can I even forget that? I can't believe I forgot their names.
Kenny.
Huh?
Kenny.
There's Matt Busby. There's
Busby, Kenny.
It's not Kenny. Not that.
Busby,
Kenny
Busby
who?
for Liverpool.
There's John something. John something. You man made a whole thing over him. He's a whole legend.
People do forget Busby played for Liverpool. Still, they do forget.
What's his name? Come on, you got to get his name in.
Scottish.
What's his name, man? It's a Scottish Don. He came and managed you, and he was basically someone's got to know in it. My history's bad.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
there's Shankly. That's it. Shankly, Busby, and Jock Stein. That thing. Yeah. Scottish heritage, isn't it? That's all. That's the whole thing, innit? And I'm guaranteed that's what. You know what? It's Sir Alex Ferguson, bro. It's facts. He's keeping him in there. I think Scott. He would have made him to the new Darren Fletcher, but obviously there's no Sir Alex Ferguson around. He's 84.
Well, they're three of the greatest managers you've ever. They're three of the greatest managers you've ever managed in England. Paisley, Shankly, and Ferguson are arguably 3 of the greatest ever managers in England. So the Scottish heritage in England is just
it's deep. It's deep. Dalglish, all of them, man. Yeah, it's mad.
It's too deep.
Yeah, man. It's time to get them out though. Heritage is heritage, but it's 2022, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. We still got Robbo at left back. Our heritage is strong, bro.
I was hoping we was gonna get Tierney that time. Arsenal get them. I forget. We gotta have a Scottish man like that in our back line. They've just been injured all the time. So yeah man. Yeah. But see McTominay, bro.
I hope he stays around for long. Still,
long McTominay in, bro. McTominay.
I hope you can't get rid of Williams, not Nico Williams, the other Williams. Reece Williams, that piece of shit. He's trash, bro. He's trash. He's trash. Your right back looks alright though. The 17-year-old. Give it.
Yeah,
I like him.
Mabaya, yeah.
He's just got a bit of bozo gene in him forming up, innit? He's got that AWB kind of thing going on, but maybe a little bit.
Never that.
Couldn't attack better though, man. It's a new form, man. But yeah, I suppose you got bare people in the back, and I'll be seeing you in about half an hour, anyways.
Yeah,
so,
man. Yeah. That's a little caveat, guys. Make sure you get over there after this stream. We're jumping over, so make sure you guys follow us.
Check out the link in the comments again. Subscribe and follow Never Foul as well, people. Make sure you do that, please. Go and support.
Yeah, man. I big up anyone that's put it in there, man. If there's a redirecting as well, people can just press play if that helps. I don't know if that works, but yeah, Kopish gonna be there with a couple Man City lot for tomorrow, and just things in general. I don't think it's gonna get heated.
Nah, it won't.
Actually, no.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, Daps is gonna chew your ear off, but yeah, all right, man.
But we catch you in a bit, though, bro. We catch you in a bit. Big up. Just quickly, LFC. Yeah, I know. Paisley ain't Scottish. I didn't say Paisley. I said Shank. Did I say Paisley by accident? I meant Shankly. If I did, yeah, that was it. Yeah, Paisley was a Geordie, right?
Yeah.
My side of town. Big up my Geordies.
Right, let's get a nice caller in. Chris Angel, or is it Angel?
Angel, like the heaven.
Yeah, big. I patiently waiting. Big up, bro.
Yes.
Big up.
Hey, no worries, man. No worries. So I had a couple of questions. So I have 2 kids. I'm putting them into a football program out here in the States, and I wanted to know how to break a stigma, how to break like a cycle of like. So growing up, my father used to play for Atlético Nacional. It's a team in Colombia.
Yeah,
but he got released.
I know the team.
He got released at 16. So growing up, I guess he wanted me to follow his dreams. And after a while, I grew out of love for the game, for all that like stress and I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but I lost the love for the game because I was just living someone else's dream. And I wanted to know your opinion, or what's the way for society for parents to break that stigma, to get that pressure off their kids going forward and stuff. Because I know Cal has kids and stuff. Like, I don't know, Drifty, I don't know if you have kids, but you know what I mean? So yeah, that's one question. Second one is about the World Cup. So 2018 World Cup for me didn't attract. It was like a very blah World Cup. I didn't watch it as much. 2014 for me though was fire for me. Like that was the first time in years that Colombia qualified for the World Cup, and for me it was just amazing. Every day I was just invested in the 2014 World Cup. Which World Cup for you guys had that same experience where it was just banging, like you know what I mean? And then
yeah.
And then my last question is so when FSG took over, I know FSG is a sensitive topic for everyone and stuff like that. It's like, you know, the Great War or something like that. But anyway, so when FSG took over, can you name like the first 3 things they did wrong when they first entered that you guys didn't agree with? And then name 3 things that that kind of like made you realize, okay, well, we're gonna be fine. After that, obviously you can't pick like the common stuff like Klopp or like, you know, easy stuff. You know what I mean? Like think about it and stuff like that. But that's all I have to say and stuff like that. Big up you guys, and man.
You said you're Colombian, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say you must be real. You must have been with me on the Diaz thing then.
Oh,
yeah?
of course, man. Of course.
yeah.
I was so hyped when watching the Copa America that year, and we were so close of like reaching the final. Luis Diaz, like I didn't really follow him that much, but that's when I actually started following him. Man, he's such a talent.
I remember sitting on the couch with my brother watching Colombia. I think it was a group game, and I was like, "Look at this kid, man!" And then like
he's
for
so
like
good.
6 months later, for Liverpool to sign him, ask these lot, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Nah, this can't be real. Are we really going for this? Like, this can't be real."
I was so upset that we didn't qualify for the World Cup because I don't know, like I feel like I guess you guys are lucky because you guys from England, so like I guess it's easier for you guys to qualify. I guess I find South American qualifiers to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it's just I don't know. I feel like these players get paid so much money and they live this luxury life, man. Like, play for your country, man. Like, you know what I mean? And they just, I don't know, they wasn't giving it their all and stuff like that. But the good thing is that Luis Diaz gets a rest for us and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's the
From
good
a
thing and
selfish
stuff
point
like
of
that.
view.
So yeah, man, big up you guys and
Big up
Yeah,
you, bro.
love, man. We'll check
man,
that out now.
number
Big up,
love.
bro.
Hey, man, you notice my jersey, man? You notice my jersey, man?
Yeah, of course,
Now
man.
the
Of
goalie
course.
strip, come on.
I got Kelleher in the back, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on. That's real. That's real right
Come on,
there.
man.
That's real.
This is the Carabao Cup final one. You know what I
I
mean?
see the badge. I see the badge.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on,
real.
man.
That's real,
It was
bro.
it was hell of expensive, but you know.
Had to do what you had to do.
Sometimes
Hey,
it's got to be done. Sometimes it's got to be
Hey,
done.
man. So, all
Nah,
right, man.
love, bro. Make sure you jump on again, bro. Big up,
Hey,
bro.
bless up, man. Bless up, man.
You too,
Big
brother.
up, bro.
Take
Big
care.
up, big up.
Great, cool.
Great, cool, man.
World Cup. We'll start with the World Cup question. For me, it was 98. That was the first World Cup I actually fully remember or fully understood. And plus Jamaica being in the World Cup, like I just remember how invigorated the whole family were because of it as well.
Yeah. That was man. That was amazing. Should have
To
been
this
this
day,
World
though,
Cup as well.
2002 is my favorite World Cup so far.
Even though I was just a little young whippersnapper, which it might be that's why nostalgia might be a part of my thinking, but it's 94. I think World Cup 94 it just transcends Roberto Baggio's miss.
I was only 3 when World Cup 94.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it.
Yes, like I said, like I was a whippersnapper, which might play a part because when you're a young kid, you're very influenced by things, and maybe as a grown up, I'm just remembering the memory rather than what it was. But at the time, it just felt the World Cup '94 just felt different. It just did. Like I just remember going back to school and the hype and the buzz and just everything about it. But like as a grown up. You're probably, well, I wasn't a grown up still, but you're right. 98 was like, but all I remember from 98 is just Ronaldo being ill for the final, though, bro.
Yeah.
And it just ruined everything, bro. And like I said, again, maybe it was because I was so young, but Ronaldo was more than football. He was the phenomenon. He was the phenom. He was R9. For him to not be, like, I remember an hour before kickoff when we heard that he might not play. I said, but I'm not watching it. I was like, well, hold on, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean Ronaldo's not playing in the final? So what am I watching this for then? Like, do you know what I mean? Like it was crazy, bro. So yeah, 94 or 98. Yeah, one of those two.
Relieving pressure on kids. I'll be honest, my kids are a little too young for me to comment, but for me, it's a tough one because there's a fine line between nurturing someone's talent or pushing someone too far. And I think it's a balancing act. And I genuinely, I don't know how you balance it because I've not gone through it myself. But like, it's a fine line. But I think if a child's got talent, I think you should try and get as much talent out or get them involved in their talent. But if you see they're not loving it, then you kind of got to pull back and like leave them to make their own decisions. Depending on it's a tough one.
And you know, as someone who doesn't have a kid, I know it's very easy to have opinion on how to do things, motivate, discipline, all that kind of stuff. I can only go off how I was raised. Big up Pups, if you ever see this, very strict. And therefore, I feel like that's how I'll be. I know you lot always say to me, like, nah, if you can't do that, like, I'll bust your head. If I don't like what you're doing, it is what it is. So I think I'm going to be very strict, but not to go on a tangent. Me personally, I remember when I was younger, I was in the Crystal Palace under-11s and I received a lot of racism. And I could just tell nobody liked me being there. I was the only black kid. I think there was one other black kid on the team and me. And I didn't like it. I hated it. I felt very isolated. You know what, kids are mean, bro. Kids make you know what it is. They make you feel like you don't belong and all that kind of stuff. But my future should have been my future. And I should have fought through it. Now, when I look back on it, I know my mum and dad did what they did to protect me, because that's what you do as a parent. They took me out of that environment to keep me protected. But when I look back on it, I could have become something else if I'd have stuck through with it. So it's hard to know, bro, because maybe if they'd have been like, look, I know it's horrible, but there's going to be a greater goal at the end. Tough this out, ignore the bullshit, and you might be able to get through this. And who knows where I could be right now in terms of like a football career, maybe. So it's really hard for me to say, don't push your kids, because in hindsight, I wish I was pushed. I think my mum and dad loved me too much, that they protected me, but maybe if they were a little less loving, a little bit more, now look, this opportunity is big, like push through it. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? So it's tough, bro. It's tough. Because looking back on it, I wish they had told me to like suck it up. I might have been like a professional footballer. Who knows, innit? You just never know, bro. So I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough.
It is a tough one. It's a tough. The only advice I give to other parents is just try and speak and have a communication avenue with your child, because every child is different. Every parent's different. So I think just try and keep that communication going. Like even with Stevie at his age, obviously I can't get Robbie's fault. Robbie's only just turned 1. But with Stevie, constantly trying to ask him for his opinion on stuff and trying to understand his thinking behind stuff. And obviously he's free. He's not going to be able to articulate everything on his mind and stuff. But I think if I can try and open that avenue and try and let him know that it's you can speak to me about stuff. I'm not going to agree with everything you say and do. In the same way, you're not going to agree with everything I say and do. But we've got to have some common ground somewhere in it. And I don't want him to fear me. He has to have respect for me. And I'll earn his respect. But I don't want him to fear me. Because if he fears me, all that's going to happen, he's going to hide stuff. And then when he stops fearing me, there'll be no respect there. So I'd rather have him respect me than fear me. Obviously, he'll know that he ain't going to do no stupid stuff and get away with me. But I don't want him to fear me. I want him to know that if he does something, I'm going to come down on him. But I'm not just going to be strict for the sake of it. Like, we'll have a laugh and a joke as well.
I hear that. I like
up for an apple juice now and again.
Like I said, bro, I'm in no place to talk about that stuff like you are. You're actually living it. So I definitely take what you're saying as more gospel than what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I need the fear still.
But it depends on the kid. So here's the thing. It's funny you say that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like you can respect me when you're older. Like it is.
You see Robbie now, yeah. Robbie, I might have to take a different approach with, because already at 1, I'm seeing a fearlessness in Robbie I didn't see in Stevie.
Yeah.
Like Robbie's on stuff, bro. like Robbie's that kid that, oh, is this Mr. Sanderson? Yeah. Robbie's just had a fight at school. Like that's what I see Robbie as right now. Like his temper's like that. Robbie's a little me, whereas Stevie's a bit more like my missus. But Robbie's me. Robbie is he's always laughing and joking, but little things can set him off, and it's like, why do you lose his temper over that? That's Robbie. So I know I've got to keep a close eye on Robbie. So these kids, man.
Yeah, I guess it is an individual thing, but yeah, I don't know, man. Just all I'll say, as long as you're not flipping
Kasabiri's comments. Do you know what?
That's a job interview, you know.
Do you know what? I do push Stevie, because I do want him to. I want him to have all the life skills as possible. Because look, bruv, tomorrow's not guaranteed for any of us, isn't it? So every day I'm blessed to be a dad and be in their lives. I've got to teach them something. So every day Stevie's got to learn something new. So right now he's learning how to fold clothes and all that. Like, it is what it is. He's got to learn, because if something happens to me, unfortunately, it is what it is. He becomes the man of the house.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel sorry for Stevie, and I tell you why.
Shut up, bro.
No. I'll tell you why. Because as the younger brother, I need to talk to Calvin about this. And you have like this stigma about big brothers, yeah? And I can see you're going to sympathize with Robbie because he's gonna be the you, and you're gonna look at Stevie and gonna be like, well, you're the big brother.
No.
And you know what? I don't really like big brothers. You see big brothers, yeah? And like Stevie's just gonna be the one who's gonna take all the brunt, and then Robbie's just gonna come up all calmly behind. I feel sorry for Stevie.
Bro, Robbie's the one that hits first at the moment, bro. So Robbie,
no, but I'm not even just. I don't even just mean that. I mean on all levels. Like Stevie's gonna have to cook for Robbie. Stevie's gonna have to pick Robbie up from school.
No.
Stevie's gonna have to do all because he's the big brother, bro.
No,
it is what it is.
No, Robbie's gonna have to learn that stuff.
Okay,
Robbie's gonna have to learn that.
Okay,
He's
fair
probably
enough.
got to, bro. You can't rely on Stevie. He's got to learn that stuff for himself. But yeah,
I still see you go. You're gonna go easy on Robbie. I know it's all right.
Nah,
good.
I can't go easy on Robbie, bro. He's a lion. The boy's a lion, bro. He's a lion. But yeah, I'm not gonna say too much because my brother watches this show. But big brothers, you lot got to answer. You got to answer for a lot. You, Matt, Calvin, got to answer for a lot.
You don't know the pressure of being a big brother, you know.
Oh yeah, you don't know about the pressure of getting your ribs packed in for no reason. Just because I walked past you and gave you an eye, so now I'm getting beaten up by you.
Bro, I would have took getting my ribs packed in, yeah, to always know there's somebody there to back me though, because that must have felt very comfortable. Very comfortable. You remember that security blanket that you had of knowing that your brother, and even people knowing that the brother's there, which helps with the situation.
My brother made it very clear quite early. He said, do not call me down for beef or anything like that, unless it's someone around my age. If it's something your age, you got to deal with it.
Yeah,
very clear.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But if you came on with a bloody nose, all the rules would have still gone out the window and Big Brother would have still been able to deal with the situation.
No, bruv. My he's a good chunk older than me, so he can't come down and back my school beat.
Yeah, you're right. That age gap is quite big still, you're right. Yeah, he could have got himself in trouble for backing you on that still. But me and my brother's age gap was big enough that, like, you know, I had to be. I mean, I felt very nice that people be like, oh, no, don't mess with Jay, like, you know what I mean, like big brother, whatever. But I had that pressure of that burden. It would have been nice to have been like, look, if you mess with me, I'm gonna go and get my big brother. It would have been nice to have been the one who was able to say that, you know what I mean? Being a big brother's a lot of pressure, bro. And then when your little brother turns out a certain way, if he's followed your guidance, the parents will blame you.
Yeah, it's true.
I used to get in bare trouble for stuff my brother would do.
Probably stuff you did as well.
He's an individual, but like, no, you should have had an eye on your brother. You should have kept him. You should have been watching him. Like, hold on a minute. Why am I getting in trouble for what he did? So
this is what you lot do. You play innocent, bro, and you're guilty as anything, bro. Can I ask? So we were asked a question about the first 3 things FSG did wrong and right. Can we actually do that as a video? So I think we should really chop that up properly. So we'll do that as a separate video.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right. Last caller of the evening, Narit.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. Thanks for waiting so patiently, bro.
No worries. Yeah, you guys good?
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
Man.
How are you?
Yeah, man. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, it's good to be here. And I know we moved past this a while back, but sorry to bring it back up. But big up all the right-handed and left-footed people out there, because I'm one of them. So, yeah, I'm a left-footed player. And back in high school, I was the only left-footed player in my team. So they used to call me the Indian Messi. But
hey, bro, that is not a bad nickname, bro. That is not a bad nickname at all, bro.
But yeah, for some reason, I used to, admire more left-footed players. I just don't know why. As you guys mentioned, it's just something special and unique about a left-footed player. But yeah, I'm right-handed, mixed dominant. So God knows why. But yeah, a few questions for today before you guys wrap up the show. I was thinking about our formation next season, yeah, because obviously there's been talks about us having to adapt to a number 9 with Nunez now, and him having to adapt to our system as well. I think it works both ways, but I know, Drifter, you're not a big fan of playing 3 at the back, but I just want you guys to chop this up a little. This is what I would do on FIFA. So a back 3 of Joel Matip as the right CB, Virgil van Dijk in the middle, on his left, Ibu. And the four in front will be Robbo left wing back, Trent right wing back with Flacco and Thiago in the pivot there. And front three, Diaz, Nunez, and Salah. Like, I know Klopp is never going to do this. You know, I doubt he'll even play a 4-2-3-1, but I've been thinking for so long, like, we have the advanced fullbacks who can cross in and get an assist, 20 plus all comps. Like, what if we just try playing that? You know, I'm not saying it's going to work, but I feel like defensively it'll be more compact in a way. If we drop back, it'll be 5 at the back. But I mean, yeah, I just want you guys to chop that up. I know it's never happening. And the next thing is your hot take for the upcoming season. So it could be like an unpopular opinion as well, but or maybe more of a hot take, I guess. And for me, it's Nottingham Forest will take off points from every Big Six team in one of the fixtures. Like, I can already see us dropping 2 points. I hate to say it, but I see Nottingham getting points, obviously, at their home, like not them going away, because I think the home crowd will play a massive role for them staying up as well. Like, I can see City doing the double over them, but I mean, I can easily see them beating Arsenal twice, you know, like 6 points against Arsenal. But yeah, that's my hot take. And just to round it up, your first manager to get sacked, for me, it's easy as well. Frank Lampard.
Yeah, I can answer that one now. It's Lampard for me.
Yeah, I think Jesse March comes close because Leeds, they lost Rafinha and Calvin Phillips. As for Everton, if I'm not wrong, a week or two, they lost to a team from MLS 4-0. So they're in the mud, you know, and let's hope they go down. But that's all from me. I don't want you guys to, you know, you guys stayed on for what's been like, 3 hours now in 10 minutes. So yeah.
No, but you've been in the back for a while, so big up yourself.
It's always a pleasure to be here. Always. Big up to you guys, and much love. And hope we win tomorrow.
We will.
Yeah.
Queen
big up, bro.
The Queen
Big up, guys. Yeah, tomorrow I need that in the bag, and then, you know, all our players will post 1 out of 5, you know, like how Trent did it. 1 out of 5, 4 more to go. We move, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Big up,
and
bro.
Big up to Matt as well. Matt like Matt.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
bro.
no, love you, love. Big up, bro.
Love, guys.
Catch you next week, bro. Big up, bro. Big up.
Big up, guys. Big up.
Speaking of Trent, just quickly, I see man all assisting Formula 1 cars and that now, but the man's different, bro.
He assists everything, bro.
He's different, bro. It's crazy.
I didn't even realize, but bro, he was the ring bearer at my wedding. Like,
was he? Oh, real talk, bro. There you go.
My man just gave me the ring. Says he just whipped it around, bro. Here he is.
Man just had to put his finger up, bro.
No, bro, he kicked the ring out of the box onto my wife's finger, bro. Like, it's mad. Like, it's what Trent does, though. Can I give you my hot take?
Yeah, go on.
Simicast becomes our starting left back by the end of the season.
Oh wow. We're just talking about Scottish heritage. That's a kick in the teeth.
And then 3-5, 3-4-3. I know you're not going to agree with it, but I'm for seeing it against certain teams. But I'll go Ibu and Gomez either side, Virgil or Matip in the middle.
I think we got the players that could play it 100%, but I just think 3 at the back screams we're not good at defending. It feels a little bit like
we've proven we are, though.
It feels like an admittance to being inferior. I don't know if that's just like a weird stereotype I have that I should try and shake off or something, but I've just always felt like 3 at the back is like we're not really that good, therefore we need to win with numbers rather than ability. That's always how it's just felt to me. I don't know, but maybe it's a stigma I should get rid of. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. But we have the players.
Yeah.
We have the players who could play the system. I know that for a fact. My hot take. Tottenham are going to challenge for the title.
Fair enough. I think they're a season away.
Not win it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to challenge. That's my hot take.
Fair dude. Drift, can I ask you to start the super chats? And I'm just going to put Stevie to bed quick.
Yeah. Let me get through some of these. Big up to everybody who's still watching. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Some of these super chats were from a couple of hours ago as well, so apologies we didn't get through them sooner. I hope you're still watching. Pimp in Distress, the absolute legend. Big up yourself. Evening G, Cal. I've got a, you know what? Actually, I'll save that one for when Cal comes back. Ash, big up yourself. All I know is manager ain't been caught for. It is the Pep thing, innit? My manager don't work for no organized crime. My manager has morals. Remember, Klopp chose us when we were in the mud, and he had better offers. I mean, that is true. That is true. Big up LFC Aaron as always. Great stream as usual, guys. Rank these three managers: Ancelotti, Jose, and Pep in terms of overall achievement. Ooh, I would go. Jose's last, but that's not because he's crap. He would just be last. And I'm dibble-dabbling between Ancelotti and Pep. Ancelotti has 4 Champions Leagues, if I'm not mistaken. Pep has 2. Ancelotti got them with 3 different clubs. But Pep's won way more domestically. I'll go Pep, Ancelotti, Jose, but that's a very difficult one. And I know some people might not agree with me. But big up Aaron. Aaron is back again. Nobody ain't saying Pep ain't an elite manager. He's absolutely elite. The best coach in the world when given the tools. Could he have done what Jose did with Porto or what Klopp has done with Bayern Munich or Liverpool? I think that's a tough one. I do think that's a tough one because it's very difficult to know quite what the situation would be with what have you. But yeah, that's a difficult one. Ash again says Pep has a checkbook which allows him to make mistakes or correct mistakes. Klopp doesn't, and he has to persist with certain players that he probably doesn't want to. Pep can recycle players. That's true. I'll definitely agree with that, and I'll never disagree with that. That's actually a fact on that one. Big up Festus Brown. Hi guys, I'm a Liverpool fan watching you guys from Spain, and I have to be honest, Pep is a phenomenal coach. I remember when Pep was coming to the Premier League, many said he will flop. I remember it was me who saved this one. Big up yourself, bro. Because obviously, as a Liverpool fan, but someone who's in Spain, he'll obviously have a much bigger insight on the whole Guardiola thing. So I definitely appreciate him having that opinion. And again, we're not going to go into all of that, but yeah, actually, do you know what? Now you're back, Cal. Pimping Distress.
Big up my dad, right here.
Yeah, Cal, I've got a little thing for little man's B-Day, but not sure if you'll get it in time because D hasn't got his different. Do you know what, Pimp? Me and Cal just haven't linked up in person for a little while. That's all that is. I've got something for Cal. Cal's got something for me. We just ain't seen each other in real life for a little while. But as always, love, brother. Like,
no, thank you, Pimp in Distress. Really appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Pimp is an absolute legend. He really is.
Beyond the legend, man.
Trust me. Big ups to Beery. As always, missing the call-in link is worse than missing the last bus or train of the day. You know what? It's a shame, man. We always love you. We miss you too whenever you don't jump on Zabiri, man. Can we put the link for some new man or regulars who missed? Do you know what it is, bro? The reason we couldn't drop it again is because we're obviously on the time limit because we're jumping on another show tonight. So we probably ran a little bit over more than we should have, but we wanted to give everyone the love. So apologies, bro. But obviously we'll catch you next week, hopefully. Tonic, big up yourself. Do you think Klopp's instructions has limited Naby? He seems to want to get rid of the ball. I to a degree, I do think maybe Klopp has coached Naby out of Naby a little bit. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that. What do you think on that one, Cal?
Yes and no.
The system definitely has put restrictions on certain players and stuff like that. So
have we had to change the system to adapt to the new Naby though? It's a tough one. Because Naby isn't the Naby we purchased. That Naby was all action, whereas he's kind of not now.
Did Baby Assassin get on in the end? I don't, because I did notice that it was apologies for that. I don't know what was going on.
Baby Assassin will get you on next week, bro.
Yeah, apologies for that. But I saw him come in and go out and then come in and go out in the background, so that's unfortunate. I don't know what was going on there. Yardman, Cal, big up yourself. Only
rub can make you feel summer and winter. Remember the rub, the tub of rub.
yeah.
You feel summer and winter at the same time.
And that reminds me of Bay Rum, the cure for everything.
Bay Rum.
Bay Rum's the cure for everything, bruv. Have you ever had that in the bath, bruv? The menthol, bruv, it's just licks you, bruv. When the heat hits that, bruv, it just.
Rub me down with it. When I used to get like flus, I used to get really bad temperatures to the point I'd hallucinate when I was like 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the Bay Rum, Mum just used to rub me down in the Bay Rum, drop the temperature like that.
Yeah, bro. But I still use Bay Rum on my head after I shave. Bay Rum's got you can use Bay Rum for anything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember the Vicks though. I remember my dad used to warm up the Vicks when I was ill. Like he put it on his hand, put his hand over the candle and warm up the Vicks. I always just remember this notion here, bro. Yeah, bro. And then just put the warm Vicks on my chest, bro. Sort you out like that, bro. Yeah. Big up Ash with the last super chat of the day. Paisley won like 20 major honours in 8 years, 6 runners-up, including 6 league titles and 3 Champions League and UEFA Cup in an 8-year period. Paisley's definitely Liverpool's best ever manager. I think if you really strip it down, Paisley is Liverpool's best ever manager.
Oh,
he has to be. I know he's not the trendsetter, and he's not, but he has to be. Surely,
all right. So this is why. For me, Klopp is kind of like the modern day Shankly. Shankly didn't win a mad amount of honours, but Shankly brought us from a place where we weren't really doing anything to creme de la creme. Klopp done that. So I actually think the next person who takes over Klopp will go on a mad winning spree. Should he leave us in a way? Yeah. And I think that person, it's almost like Gerrard and the Henderson thing. Henderson's won more honours than Gerrard. But Gerrard, for me, is still the man in it because he took us from a place where we shouldn't have been challenging, and we were. Whereas Henderson has really just kept the standards at a sky-high level, which is not to be looked down upon because we've seen other captains drop their levels. Like Hendo's standards are always up here. Hendo probably watches man brush their teeth and says, "Nah, do that again. That's not the Liverpool way. Do that again." So Hendo's that guy.
Your analogy is perfect. I just don't know if the next guy is going to come and is going to be as good. I don't know.
I do. It might not even be as good as Klopp, but I think the state the Klopp will leave the club in, I think it will really help the next manager.
We'll have to wait and see.
In the same way, Paisley was helped out by.
Obviously Paisley definitely benefited from Shankly. That's a fact. But Bob, same way Kenny benefited. I think it's one of those things where, do you know what I mean? Big up 12th man in the building. Jesus or Darwin, who has a better season? These learners talking mad shit. I don't know, people in the comments. What are you lot thinking? I rate Jesus, I don't know. I do. I definitely rate Jesus. I'm not going to be an idiot and just banter him for the sake of it. Jesus is a very good player. So I don't know. That's a tough one. People in the chat, let me know who's going to have a better season, Darwin or Jesus. Jamrock, man, you've always got to do this. Shouldn't we have context for Paisley given we were one of the wealthier clubs then? I don't necessarily think wealth equals to success, so maybe this is more one for maybe more for Cal. Boo Ryder, big up yourself. Logic says that Jesus because of Premier League experience. I hear you on that one. That definitely makes sense. Hannah, big up. Darwin, hopefully. Martin thinks Nunez. I don't know. It's a tough one. Ali, hey, I don't know if we missed one, bro. Let me know, bro. Send it again, but as a non-super, bro, because I don't think we missed one, or I don't think I saw one. Apologies for that. Lad, would you guys take Hansi Flick after Klopp goes? Yeah. He's a good manager. Yeah. He wouldn't be my first choice, but he's a very good manager. I'd have absolutely no problem with him being Liverpool manager. A couple of people saying they would take Luis Enrique. I actually think Mancini. I like Mancini. I think Mancini knows what he's doing. I'll take Mancini next. Big up LFC Aaron again. As always, guys, we keep going on about a midfielder, game changer in Bellingham. Ronaldo and Keita scored goals before joining us. Is Klopp's system the problem? Ooh. Cal, where you at, bro? I need you to answer this one, bro. Hey, lad, great. Paqueta, I'm all over that, bro. That doesn't need to be a super chat, bro. I see you. Liverpool should be all over Paqueta. I'm hearing Arsenal and Tottenham are two teams that are chasing after Paqueta. That has made me very uncomfortable. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up there. Big up everyone. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you go and join us on Never a Foul. We need to jump over on there immediately now. So, guys, follow us over onto Never a Foul. But big up everybody as always. You know, it's always love. Big up to everyone who's jumped in. Big up to all the super chats. Really appreciate them. Big up to all the members. Big up to everyone, man. It's you know what I mean? It's been another roller coaster. It's been a Friday. We love Friday when we get to talk to you guys. Everyone who jumped in, you've been brilliant. So big up yourselves as always. And yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow for the watch along for the Community Shield. So make sure you're right here with us about 10-15 minutes before kickoff. You already know how it is. And let's go, man. Let's see how we can get this curtain raiser up. But once again, big up to everyone. Love as always. And we will catch you tomorrow. And make sure you come and join us on Never a Foul, guys, right now. Peace!